Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Convocation Center, home of your California Vulcans. Tonight, the Vulcans will be squaring up against the Mountain Cats from Pitt-Johnstown. I'm Addy Mann, joined alongside Gary Smith in the booth. And Gary, we got a great game for you guys tonight.
Well, Addy, this is going to be a great game. These two teams have met once before in the 2022 season. It was about a month ago. California went to Johnstown and got a 3-0 win in that game. Berkey and Dromberger combined for about 25 points. So it was a pretty dominant 3-0 win. I believe they won 25-22, 25-20, 25-18. So California coming off of a loss on Friday at Seton Hill, looking to get back on track. Last Tuesday, we were here for that epic comeback where they were down 2 sets to one, and came back in a 5-setter against Slippery Rock. So hopefully California can hold home serve, if you will, and get a win here tonight.
Yeah, the Vulcans are coming back with a fully stopped lineup. Alexa Malloy rejoining the Vulcans on the court here tonight. It's been a big staple early in the season, then made brief hiatus from the team, possibly dealing with some injuries, and now it's great to see her back on the court. And
on the UPJ sideline, have an interim head coach, Justin Halp, who is the husband of regular head coach Joanna Nisk, who is a former Vulcan standout here at California, but not sure why she's not on the bench tonight. So Justin Halp will be manning the sidelines for UPJ, and right now, as always, the most exciting part of every pregame festivity of volleyball is trying to figure out
who will serve that ball.
Who has the serve. Because you've never come to a collegiate volleyball game. You have two officials on both sides with balls, and it's going to be California. So, Addy, let's see if California can get off on the right foot here at the Convocation Center.
Looks like we have Adriana Favada taking that opening serve for the Vulcans. Waiting on that official call from the referee to get this guy started, and there we go.
We were able to look at some of the numbers coming into this game, and California has a statistical edge in most statistics in this game in the season between comparing both teams. And one of the ones that they have a clear advantage in is its serves.
There we go. Favada's serve is good. Now UPJ is on the attack, trying to find that opening court, and Lynch dives for it and cannot get there.
And that was a nice play there by UPJ's number 23. Just kind of a little offhand by Alvarado, and gets that first point for UPJ.
Mountain Cats back with the serve. Another good one there. Vulcans are going to go on the attack. Favada with the assist. Malloy trying to find that open court in the backfield. Cannot get there. And now UPJ is trying to cook something up. The tip over. And Favada couldn't get there in time. UPJ claims another one.
I believe that was Reagan Morris in the middle. Just the big right-hander. Just puts it off the block. And UPJ quickly up 2-0. See if California can stop this rally before it gets going.
Mountain Cat serve is up, and it is good. The Vulcans are kind of scrambling, but Malloy's going to try and do something big here with the tip over, but the Mountain Cats are there to respond. Now they're going to go long court with there, and that's going to be out. We're waiting on the official call, and yes, that will be out in a Vulcan point.
I tell you what, it's nice to see Malloy back out there for the Vulcans. As a left-hander, she brings an entirely different angle to those outside attacks, so was not directly responsible for the point there, but California did get the point on an out-of-bounds play.
Berkey with that serve there. She's leading the team with 41 aces, and she'll claim her 42nd one here tonight.
And Berkey has been just a workhorse behind the service line for the Vulcans. 42 aces now on the season, and she not only can she have some power, she can put it in different spots on the court.
Berkey once again with the serve. Another good one there. Poor set, but they're going to make work of it and put it on over to that Cal U side. Favada now with it. Malloy trying to go long court with it. It's a fake out tip over. Now UPJ has the momentum. Now they're going to try and find the open court. Can't do it. Now Vulcans are going to go on the attack. Malloy once again blocked by the Mountain Cats. And now Lynch with the dig. And the Cal U Vulcans are trying to find that open court. Great save by the Mountain Cats. Mountain Cats with a tip over attempt. Unsuccessful. Now Cal U is going to go on the attack. Trying to find the long court. Tipped at the net by the Mountain Cats. Now UPJ once again on the attack, trying to find the open court, and too strong there, and it will be a Vulcans point.
And I tell you what, if you're a Vulcan fan, you got to love that Dromberger just getting a couple free hits and just wore down the back line of UPJ and results in a point. And just like that, California gets an early lead here from the Convo Center.
Berkey once again riding a 3-serve streak here on this one, and potentially another ace, and yes, it will be.
And Berkey, just with a little sinker ball action, dropped about 2 feet in front of the intended receiver of that serve, who was number 8, Lexi Pendergraph. And California now starting to get a little control here in the early going.
Berkey on her fourth serve in this rally. Another good one there. Now UPJ is trying to cook something up. Lynch with the save. Cal U's going to try and scramble here and just put it on over to that other side. Now Mountain Cats have the momentum in this rally. They're going to cook something up. A tip over attempt. Great response by the Vulcans. I believe that was Malloy with the put down.
And that was Malloy. She went up. Just that left-hander puts it straight down and just took advantage of an over-rotation on the defensive play for UPJ in California. 5 straight points now for the Vulcans.
Berkey still at the line for your California Vulcans as her serve is once again a good one. Mountain Cats have to get something cooking here. Great block by the Vulcans. The duo at the net. Now UPJ once again on the attack. Poor effort from the Vulcans, but they're scrambling and put it on over to that UPJ side. UPJ once again going on the attack. Tipped by the net of the Vulcans off Floyd's hand and hits that Cal U court for a Mountain Cat point.
That's Reagan Morris again. She's a 6'0 freshman middle hitter from Williamsport, Maryland, so that's a lot of size to deal with. If you're California's front line. And that's been a very big bright spot for the Vulcans is that great wall up front of Floyd, Malloy, Dromberger, and whoever else you're going to put up there. Howard when she's in the game. It's just tough to get a kill attempt around that just big athletic front line of the Vulcans.
Now the outside hitter out of Puerto Rico with the serve for the UPJ Mountain Cats. Good one there. And now Malloy, too strong, way out of there, and a UPJ point.
And Malloy was not going to be shortchanged of that swing. She went up and just...
She was taking names with that one.
Yeah, if that goes down, that might have a dent in the Convo Center floor right there. But as it was, just a little long, but California's a chance to get the serve back here.
Alvarado once again, great dig effort by the Vulcans, laying it on the line. Cal U's going to put it onto that UPJ side. UPJ a little strong on the dig effort. They're going to put it on over to the Cal U side. That one, I believe, got in. It looked like it snuck in the back corner, and it did.
Yeah, Baez just getting the back line. She painted it, and we're tied up here. So good service streak right now by Alvarado for the Mountain Cats, and we're tied up at 5 here, 10 points into the first set.
This is going to be a close ball game here tonight, even though Cal U has some statistical advantage. Once again, a good serve by Alvarado. Floyd now with the put over, and now UPJ is going to go on the attack. Oh, and a poor tap over attempt from Lippincott.
Well, I think Lippincott saw Floyd and Dromberger coming right over, and that was going to be put right back in her face. So discretion, better part of valor, puts it in the net, does not get it rejected, and California gets the point, and Floyd will go back to serve for Cal U.
Floyd with a good serve there. UPJ trying to make a great save with that one. Malloy once again going on the attack. Great diving save by UPJ. We're going to get a whistle and potential violation. It looks like a net violation will be called on the Mountain Cats.
Yeah, I'm not sure if she got into the net or if her foot went across the line, but either way, that's good news for Cal U. Kind of ending that run for UPJ, getting a 2-point cushion right now with Floyd, a very capable server, back for the Vulcans.
Floyd's serve is up and potentially, oh, it's a great save by the Mountain Cats to scramble on that one. Floyd now with the dig. Cal U has the momentum in this rally. Blocked. Great block by the Mountain Cats. Cal U's going to go on the attack once again. The tap over attempt, but the Mountain Cats are there. Now UPJ is going to go on the attack. Tipped by the defenders up at the net and a UPJ point.
And that was just a good job by UPJ, kind of watching California's block going to the left and hitting it back towards the right. The angle wasn't there, and a point for the Mountain Cats.
Now UPJ on the serve here, and a good one there. Lynch with the dig for the Vulcans. Favado with the set. Malloy's going to go long court with it, but the Mountain Cats are there to save it. Now Mountain Cats are going to go tip over attempt, but Howard is there. And now we have Dromberger trying to find the open court, and off the hands of Alvarado and out of bounds. It will be a Cal U point. And
Dromberger saw that from a mile away. She saw there was not going to be a player there and just was going to find the back line. UPJ had a tip, but that's a great job by California. Now you're getting to a point where you're going to have some big blockers up front for the Vulcans, so it's going to be a problem for the Mountain Cats on this rotation.
Now we have Ashley Barnes, the freshman, coming to the line to serve here for your California Vulcans, and a good serve by the Vulcans. UPJ is going to go on the attack, try to go long court with it, and too long. Oh, it got tipped before going out of bounds. It will be a UPJ point.
Yeah, I think Barnes actually put her hand up almost as a reaction. It almost looks like she was going to catch it, knowing it was going to go out of play, but it goes off the arm. It's going to be a point UPJ.
Now Mountain Cats are back to the line to serve there, and a good one there. Now Cal U's going to go on the attack. Howard with a potential put down, but the Mountain Cats are there to recover. Now they're going to try and find a space of their own off the hands of Dromberger, and onto that Cal U point, a UPJ point to tie up this ball game.
And that was Natalie Lippincott. She's a 5'9" outside hitter from Bedford, PA, just knocking it off the block, and we're tied up at 8.
Egan now with the serve, tipped over the net. Great save by Lynch. Cal U going on the attack, trying to find that open court. And now the Mountain Cats are scrambling, especially after that dig effort. Great save by UPJ. Cal U has the momentum. Droneberger tipped from the Mountain Cats and out of there. It'll be a Cal U point.
And I tell you what, when Droneberger, anybody on this front line for California, but especially Droneberger, whenever she gets up and puts it straight down, there's so much force. Excuse me, that was Rosario, not Droneberger. We saw the 4. It was a 14, not a 24. And unfortunately, Addie and I are not we can't see very far, so that was Rosario putting it straight down for a point for California.
If I can get one number, I'm happy. Vulcans with a good serve. Now UPJ trying to save it. And now great save by both sides to keep this ball alive. UPJ on the attack. Now Cal U with the scrambling effort. They're going to try and cook something up and put it on that on that Mountain Cat side. And great save there by the Vulcans to claim that one.
And Berkey, once again, just seeing the play unfold, saw that there was going to be a rotation, over-rotation for UPJ, puts it in the open court, and California gets a 2-point lead here, 18 points into the first set.
We do, in fact, have Droneberger at the line with the serve here. Now, UPJ is going to go on the offensive attack end. Great dig by the Vulcans. They have the momentum. They're going to go crazy here. Try to tip it. Oh, and a collision by the Mountain Cats for a Cal U point.
And Berkey, once again, that was a little different kind of a kill. The previous play, she was looking for open space. That one, she was looking to put it straight down below her. No angle for UPJ and a 3-point Cal lead.
Droneberger once again for the serve, and a good one there. UPJ is going to try and get something over here. The tip over, Lynch with the save. What a save that was from your Vulcans. Now the Mountain Cats are going to go on the offensive end. Oh, fantastic block by the Vulcans once again. They're just making mincemeat of this, and now California's going to go on the attack here, trying to find that open court, and too strong. That one will be a UPJ point.
I tell you what, go back a few plays, but that block by Berkey should have been down. It was just a great play by UPJ to come back and go play back a few further plays in that point. Lynch, one of the best liberos in the conference, just getting in a pancake and saving the point for California. Unfortunately, UPJ got the point and will be serving to the Vulcans.
That's Pendergraph with the serve for UPJ. Now California going on the offensive end. Great save from UPJ. Now UPJ is going to try and go on the offensive end, and they're going to put it on over to that Cal U side. Cal U with the fake out set to the other side. UPJ with the put over. Did that get in? I need the official call, and it did not. It will be a side out for the Vulcans.
And that's great restraint by California. That ball was out by a few inches. Would have been very easy to go after it, but there was no way they were going to get it back in play. You get the point and you get the serve, and a very capable server going back for the Vulcans.
Got Kelly Lynch going back, a big staple on this Vulcans team, as Lynch's serve is good. Now UPJ is going to go on the attack here, tipped at the net by the Vulcans, but they're there to recover. Now Vulcans are going to go on the attack, tipped on the net by UPJ. They must save it, and they cannot. It will be a Cal U point.
And this is the point of the match that California is just going to try and extend. We saw a little bit in the warm-ups too. Albeit I don't know a lot about volleyball, but I know what I was seeing, and California looked a lot more active at the net in their warm-ups, and I think eventually that's going to be a war of attrition. Another big serve there by Lynch, and I tell you what, Addie, she has it on a string right there with that little change up in the timeout for UPJ.
That was a great serve by Lynch there, one of the key contributors. She is leading the team in numerous stats across the board, definitely one to look out for. And we've seen, especially in previous games, that those short serves are the ones that trip up teams most of all. They're expected a long serve to that backcourt area, but when you go kind of short side on them, a lot of teams get tripped up by it.
Well, that's one of the strengths of California we've seen. We saw it in the numbers there. They're averaging over 2 aces, service aces a set, which is upper part of the conference in the PSAC. But we've seen no matter who's back behind the service line for California, not only are they able to place it wherever they want, but they can change the pace. So they can either go deep with some pace, they can go deep with a little bit of a change-up, they can go a little slower into the front court. So definitely going to keep the other team on their toes while receiving that serve. We've seen a couple times UPJ has not handled the serve well, and you only get 3 hits before you have to, or 2 hits before you have to get it over on the third. So if that first one's awkward, that's going to put you behind the giant 8-ball in the point.
I mean, they have had a couple points go in that way, in their favor in that instance, especially there was one in particular with the amazing back set that somehow got over to that Cal U side. So they have had a little luck, especially just in that scramble mode that they've been forced into by the Vulcans. We got 14-19 in the convo. Lynch still back to serve for your Vulcans. Lynch's serve is good, and now UPJ trying to do some redemption on the serve. Blocked by the net by the Vulcans, and Pavada dives for it and cannot get there in time. A UPJ point.
That was a nice swing by UPJ's Alvarado, outside hitter from Puerto Rico. She just put it off the block, and nothing California can do. So right out of the timeout, UPJ gets a point.
Now Pinsky with that serve for the Mountain Cats, and a great put down by the Vulcans.
And that was Ruggiero once again just putting it through the block. Finds some empty court, and California maintains that, or regains that 5-point lead, rather, with another capable server going back now for the Vulcans.
We got Pavada back to the line here for the Vulcans. Is one also to know to get on a nice little hot serving streak. 15-10 in this opening set as Pavada's serve is good. Now UPJ is going to go on the attack. Alvarado now with that put down, but now Vulcans are there. Malloy trying to find that open court. What a great save that was from the Mountain Cats, putting it all on the line. Now Vulcans have the ball. They're going to go on the attack here and trying to find that open court, and they cannot save it that time. Goes off the hands of Pendergraft and out of there. And
I tell you what, with Berkey on one side and Malloy on the outside, I don't know what you do if you're a defensive team, because there's a lot of speed coming off of those kill attempts for the Vulcans.
Pavada still back to the line here to serve for the Vulcans. Some poor hitting choices from UPJ, and a great put down by the Vulcans, trying to just scramble and throw it on over to that CalU side. Now Pavada with the set. We got Dronberger trying to go tip there. Another great save by UPJ, and they can't make it. They can't get that one over, and a CalU point once again.
And circle Elijah Floyd on that play. She had a block in there, and she was definitely in the middle, and UPJ was trying to hit it around her block and eventually hit it out of play, and a 7-point lead for the Vulcans.
17-10, Pavada still at the line. Now UPJ has to get some points on the board, and they can, as that one hits the wall of the defensive end. Sorry, not defensive end. What am I talking about? Of the defensive effort of the Vulcans.
And that was Reagan Morris, once again, a 6-foot freshman. She's going to be somebody to watch here in the next couple of years from Williamsport, PA, because a 6-footer that athletics is something that you want on your team for as long as you can have her.
UPJ serve is good. Now Vulcans are going to go on the attack. Oh, and a great kill from Floyd.
And I tell you what, that was just an amazing piece of athleticism. Floyd went up in full stride and puts it straight down. And not only that, she kept it in play for the point, and California gets that 7-point lead once again.
That thing was coming down with some speed, as you saw how far that ricocheted back. Now Berkey with that serve. UPJ going on the attack, trying to do with a tip over, but the Vulcans are there to recover from it. Now they're going to go on their attack of their own. Hits the wall from UPJ. Now UPJ going to try and find some open court. A great save effort to put down from the Mountain Cats, and that ball is somehow still alive. Now UPJ once again on the attack. They're going to throw it over to that CalU side. CalU now on the attack. Malloy gets tipped from the UPJ side. UPJ now has the ball, and they're going to try and throw long court with it, but the Vulcans are there to save it. Pavada now with the set, and they're trying to find the open court. Hits the hands of the Mountain Cats, and on that court, a Vulcan point after all that carnage.
And circle that. I believe that was Adriana Pavada making that save that when the ball was going out of play. Is going to be a point for UPJ. Gets the save. California rallies, gets the point. Now we're up 8, coming towards the end of the first set.
And keep Berkey at that service line as she claims another ace. That's 43 of the season.
And I tell you what, Alvarado, they're going after her. She does not look comfortable receiving serves right now for UPJ.
We've seen a number of poor dig efforts from that UPJ side. I wonder where Berkey's going to try and place that one.
Right there.
Right there.
Yeah, we've seen it about 4 or 5 times now. Alvarado just not looking comfortable receiving that deep serve, and that's going to cause UPJ to call a timeout. California leading 21-11, and I tell you what, Addy, if you're a California fan, I know we can't see up here, but we can do a little bit of basic math. California needs to get 4 before UPJ gets 14.
That is very valid. Currently, I've been told not to say this, but UPJ is on a 7-game losing streak. So let's see if commentators curse. We don't know if it's real or not.
Okay, we're going to turn Addy's microphone off right now, but that really, that just shows coming into the game, like you said, UPJ 7-14 overall. It means they were 7-7, 500 before this skid. 1-7 in the West. California 9-8 overall, 3-5 in the West. And the PSAC West is a fantastic division in volleyball, in the PSAC in general. Usually the 8 teams in the NCAA regional in November, usually 6 of them are PSAC teams. So hopefully the trend continues and California can add an 8th straight loss to the Mountain Cats, and hopefully for everyone involved it'll be a quick one because we've seen a couple five-setters.
Another stat is Pitt is currently 0-7 away. And this is a setting to play in, if you haven't said that, if you have not played here. It is not like any other stadium in this conference. It's not a gym. It's not the little thing in the corner. It's a full-out arena. And Cal U is having that 10-point lead, so we're definitely in a good spot as the Vulcans fan. Now Berkey with that serve. UPJ with some miscommunication, but they're going to scramble and put it on over. Great block from the Vulcans, and they're just trying to desperately scramble, somehow get it on over. Now Cal U has the momentum, but Lloyd's going to go and try and find it. Oh my goodness, what a good put down, and what a great point that was for the UPJ Mountain Cats. That's exactly what they needed.
And a little bit of bad luck for Malloy. I think she slipped a little bit right on the tape line. Going up, didn't get all of that kill attempt, and it results going right into the block, and UPJ gets the point. But had she been able to get up there, I don't think there was any way that ball was going to be put back on the other side of the net because she had some ill will towards that ball.
UPJ now with the serve. Good one there. Cal U's going to go on the attack. Bravado with the set. Malloy once again. And the UPJ is there. UPJ is going to go on the attack. Trying to find that open court. Vulcans are now have it. And Joenberger trying to find it. Blocked by the Mountain Cats. And now Bravado with the set. Malloy once again. Blocked once again by the Mountain Cats. And what a defensive effort that is.
And I tell you what, everyone says football is a game of inches. That was a game of inches because Malloy's kill attempt, I don't know how that got back on the other side of the net.
21-13 late in this opening set in the Convocation Center. UPJ back to serve it. Good one there. And now Vulcans are going to try and cook something up, trying to get the momentum and the service back on their side. UPJ now have it. They're going to go long court with a tip by the net. Bravado with the save there. And scrambling desperately are the Vulcans. Mountain Cats have the momentum. They have to cook something up, keep this lead rolling. Great block by the Vulcans. And some of that stays on the UPJ side in a Vulcan point.
Yeah, that was just a war of attrition at the net. California getting the last touch, and it goes straight down. And now Floyd has a chance to get it even closer to that winning 25th point for the Vulcans.
22-13 as Floyd serves that one. UPJ is going to go on the offensive effort, and too strong there, giving it right back to the Vulcans.
And
oh, did it get tipped?
And that was a late call, but nobody's protesting, so definitely a call against the Vulcans, but still an 8-point lead.
UPJ now on the serve here, 22-14. Vulcans have it. They're going to go long court with a great save. Putting it on the line are the Mountain Cats. Oh, too strong there. They're going to try and desperately save it over there. Tip it over to that Cal U side. Cal U has the momentum. Malloy trying to find that open court. Great save by the Mountain Cats. Comes out really hot, though, as Malloy hit it with some fury. Great save now by the Vulcans who have it. Malloy once again trying to find the open court. Blocked by the Mountain Cats. And now Joenberger, the tip over attempt. And another great save by the Mountain Cats. I'm going to keep on saying it. What a rally this is. Now Lynch with the dig. Malloy is trying to find that open court in the back. And the Mountain Cats are there to recover. Now they're going to go on a tip over of their own and gets caught up of the hands of Malloy and Howard at the net.
I tell you what, that was Natalie Lippincott. She just got there and put it straight down on Lippincott. As we mentioned before, 5'9" freshman from Bedford. So after the timeout, UPJ on a little bit of a rally here, cutting into that 10-point lead.
And another good serve there. Comes out really strong and just drifts on over to that Mountain Cat side. You
got to wonder if California's thinking about maybe taking a timeout. It was a 21-11 lead, so UPJ's on a 5-1 streak right now, 5-1 run here towards the end of the first set.
DiRenzo still back to serve, and that one puts right into the net. And now Cal U's 2 away from claiming this opening set.
And California having some substitutes coming back in. Ruggiero. And who else is coming back in for the Vulcans? Looks like going back to serve will be Barnes.
Ashley Barnes, the freshman who can get on a hot streak on that service line. 2 points away from claiming this opening set. And Barnes' serve is up and good. Now UPJ is going to go on that offensive effort. Trying to find that open court. Barnes puts it all on the line and saves that one. Trying to find that open court once again, or now the Vulcans. Mountain Cats have it and put it in the backfield. Lynch with a great dig to save that one. Now Vulcans are scrambling as this one's put all over the place. Great block by the Mountain Cats. And what a put down that was.
And that was Mallory Pinsky, 6'2" freshman from Rock Hill. So UPJ has a lot of youth on this team and a lot of height. So it'll be interesting to see how they grow in the next couple of years. And going back to serve now for UPJ will be Egan, and she has a chance to cut into that lead even more.
Egan's serve is up and good. 2 points away are the Vulcans, and now Vulcans have it here. What a kill that was from your Vulcans.
And that was Ruggiero once again, as she puts it right down in California now. 7-point lead, 7 set points here for the Vulcans. So not to jinx it, not like you're trying to do, but you got to feel good if you're Cal U.
Schoenberger at the line here to serve for the Vulcans. 1 point away from that opening set. And that's a good serve there. UPJ, a must-win point. Tries to go long court with it, but the Vulcans recover. And now Vulcans have it. They have the momentum. Blocked once again by the Mountain Cats. What a defensive game this has been. And Cal U finds that open court and claims that final point for this first set.
And that'll be 25-17 in California. Dominant first set. And Addie, we're going to see you in set 3. We're going to bring our good friend J.J. Robinson in for set number 2. So California going ahead 1-0. You're watching Vulcan Volleyball right here on CTV Sports 1 and the PSAC Network. And welcome back to the Convocation Center. I'm Gary Smith, and I'm joined by another play-by-play commentator, J.J. Robinson. J.J., welcome. Yeah, first set, good set for the Vulcans.
Very good set. It was nice. They did not take the lead at first, but they did come back with some fire and ended up winning that first set by a good margin.
And something to note on that last point, the set winning point, California's libero, Kelly Lynch kind of was holding her right hand. Looks like she's talking to the assistant coach right now, so not sure if that's going to be something to watch. Hopefully she'll be fine. Doesn't look like she wants to leave the court. Looks like she's going to check in, but just something to watch because it's not like those volleyballs are coming in at 2 miles an hour. They're coming in at about 50, 60 miles an hour sometime.
Yeah, they're insane. Hopefully she's okay. It looks like she is about to get sucked back into the game.
And this is a big game for California coming off of a loss on, I believe it was Friday night at Seton Hill. They lost 3-2. And last week, JJ, we were here for California to coming back from 2 sets down to beat Slippery Rock on Tuesday. So it'd be great if California, if they take care of biz quick and get a little bit of a break going into the weekend.
Yeah, that'd be really good, especially coming off a loss. Everyone wants to win, especially right after a loss.
And it looks like UPJ will be set to serve here in set number 2. And We'll turn over the play-by-play to you, JJ.
All right.
That smooth Rocky Mountain voice.
UPJ getting ready to serve. That is number 11. Admadar? How do you say that?
We've just been saying Baez.
Baez.
It's probably the safest thing.
Yeah,
So Baez,
Baez.
the 5'6" sophomore from San Juan, Puerto Rico.
Back to serve. Ball is up and over. Not very good dig by number 10 for California. Doesn't get high enough for California to do much with that.
Yeah, that serve kind of dipped in the last few seconds in front of Berkey, so 1-0 is the lead for UPJ.
UBJ back to serve. Up. California digs that out. Nice set by California. Little hit over by California there. Kill attempt by UPJ. Kill over there to UPJ. Dug out by the libero there. Kill attempt by Alexa Malloy. Point doesn't go over. Ends up going to UPJ.
That was a block by Reagan Morris, the very active middle hitter for the Mountain Cats. So just like set one, a little bit of a repeat here in set two where UPJ gets the first couple points against the Cal U Vulcans.
Back to serve once again. Ball is up and over. Dug out by California. Goes for a little pop-up kill by number 10 for California. That is Caitlin Berkey.
And Caitlin Berkey just throwing it right off the block attempt, throws it down, and due to the rotation, she will go back to serve. And we saw in that first set, she was a very effective server for head coach Peter Letourneau.
Up and over. Some miscommunication there by UPJ, unable to get the ball up and over. Looks like she tried to play a little bit of basketball there. Yeah,
that was another misplay by Alvarado. They were targeting her a lot in the first set, and we're tied up at 2.
Ball is back over for the serve. Dug out by UPJ. We're getting close to the net, able to get that back over to California. Kill attempt by Alexa Malloy is successful.
And we talked about a little bit in the first, having her as a left-hander, she just brings a different dimension because she can bring it from a different area that you're looking for and also bring it with power. So good to see her back in the lineup for California, and also good to see California with the 3-2 lead.
Dug out by UPJ. Little tap over by UPJ on the far side of the court. Unable to get that over. It looked like there was an attempted block there, but ended up not being successful. Yeah,
Elijah Floyd just playing games with the front line of UPJ. Looked like she was going to go up and just put a little drop shot for a point for California. Now 4-0 run for the Vulcans.
Ball back up and over, not over, hits the net, and point goes to UPJ.
And Berkey will check out, and I believe this is the first time we're going to be seeing Emily Bawawa in the game, the local product from Laurel Highlands High School.
UPJ back to serve now. Up and over the net, dug out by Bawawa. Alexa Malloy for a little kill attempt.
And they're saying she went on the other side of the antenna right there, so the official's right there, so we're tied up right at 4. So that set was just a little too deep. We proved it last week. We're not geometry majors, but definitely there was no way she was going to get it on this side of the antenna.
Yeah. UPJ back to serve, up and over, dug out by the libero for California. Little tap over by Elijah Floyd. Kill attempt by UPJ. Bawawa able to get that up and over the net. Point goes out of bounds by UPJ's account. Point goes to California.
And circle that by Emily Bawawa. That was a one-handed dig going to the floor. Not only that, she got the dig, she got it in play, and she put it in a spot that UPJ could not hit it back. So California, unfortunately, gives the point right back, and we're tied at 5.
Substitution coming in, Elijah Floyd coming out.
And we've seen her at the Convocation Center. Majority of, if serves are going to go into the net, it's going to be going in from right to left. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's barometrics or what, but it just seems like there's something about that side of the court.
Kill attempt by Alexa Malloy ends up being a little too strong. Hopefully no one got hit by that ball. That looked pretty powerful there.
Yeah, Malloy had a free swing on there. We saw in the first set she had a couple that went long. That one unable to go down, and it's a 1-point lead for the Mountain Cats.
Dug out by California. Ends up hitting the net, dropping in front of them, point going to UPJ.
And Gabby DiRenzo, the libero for UPJ from Oakland Catholic, a volleyball powerhouse. We've been seeing her have a very effective game here for the Mountain Cats, and right there an effective serve. 3 straight points for UPJ.
Yeah, that serve was not super high, but it was just high enough where it can just hit the net and drop right in front of California. UPJ back to serve once again. Ball is up and over, dug out by Bawawa. Alexa Malloy going for the little tap over kill. Unfortunately, does not make it back over the net.
Malloy trying to go with the right hand, so that's going to force a timeout for California's Peter Letourneau. California trailing 9-5, and we've seen California be able to come back from these deficits before, so Coach Letourneau probably just telling his charges, just relax. You had this team down 21-11 in the last set, so you definitely know how to get the points.
Yeah, they know how to get the points. They know how to keep the points up once they start getting them.
And if you're at home or wherever you're watching this game and listening to us, there's still a few more chances to see this Vulcan squad at home here at the Convocation Center next Friday and Saturday. Homecoming weekend. On Friday night, California will face Clarion, who is atop the conference in 2022. And then on Saturday, IUP at noon. So a full slate of activity next weekend, and then the final home game for the Vulcans will be on November 1st, Tuesday, versus Seton Hill. So come on out, root on this Vulcan volleyball team as they're trying to make a push here to get in the PSAC playoffs for 2022. I know JJ will be at all those games.
I sure will. UPJ back to serve. Just waiting for the okay. There's the whistle. UPJ back to serve. It is up and over. Dugout by Bawawa. Nice kill by number 4, Chelsea Howard.
Chelsea Howard, we've seen this time and time again this season and throughout her career. She puts it straight down.
Yeah.
She's giving that defense no chance of getting underneath it. It's going straight down a point, and very composed coming out of that timeout for the Vulcans, and going back to serve for Cal U will be Ashley Barnes.
Barnes serve is up and over. Far side of the court. UPJ able to get that back. Block attempt by California unfortunately did end up hitting off her hand and going out of bounds. Point goes to UPJ.
And what a dig by Gabby Dorenzo. She was going out of bounds, was able to get to it, keeps it in play, and UPJ gets the side out and the point, and will have a chance to extend this lead.
Serve up and over by UPJ. Kill attempt by Howard once again. Nice dig by Bawawa. Nice save, actually, to say the least. Set up. Looks like.
That's a carry.
Looks like too many hits. That's what the official signaled there.
Baez knew something was wrong there, and it's going to be a point, and going back to serve will be the Vulcans having a chance to cut into this lead. You don't want a team to get too far out when only needing 25 points to win a set.
Hit over by UPJ. California able to kill that. Number 14 for California, that is Elsa Rodrigo.
Ruggiero there, the 5'9" freshman from Italy. Just not a lot of power there, but placement over power is going to get a point every time. And for California, that's a great time to get a point.
Always a great time to get any kind of points, especially in a game like this. Kill attempt by UPJ. Nice block by California there. Kill attempt by them again. California unfortunately not able to get over there fast enough. Point UPJ. And
that was a big swing by Natalie Lippincott, 5'9" freshman, once again from Bedford, Pennsylvania. Just put it straight down, and law of physics, it's going to go down hard. It's going to ricochet hard, and it's going to be a point for UPJ. So for California, you want to cut into this lead. If UPJ, you kind of want to extend it.
Most definitely. Serve up and over by UPJ. Not a very good angle on the ball, it looks like there, to try and get that dig. Goes a little bit too close to the net. No one's able to do anything with that. Another point towards UPJ.
Yeah, that was in the proverbial no man's land. A couple players were going for it, but no one really had a good angle, so good service there for UPJ.
Ball is back up and over. Dug out by the libero. Set up and kill attempt. Nice save by UPJ there with the one-hand little slap hit, it looked like. California going back over for another kill. A couple people getting away of each other, although they are able to get the ball up and over. kill by number 10 for California by Caitlin Berkey once again.
And Caitlin Berkey has been so impressive this season. Very calmly going up, putting it off the block, getting it to go down, and stopping the mini run for UPJ. Now California, this is what we want to look at. Like I said, end of that first game, Kelly Lynch looked like she was holding her hand. Been trying to keep an eye on it, so we'll see serving because that will be a lot of impact on that right hand of hers.
Ball is set back over to California. California set up and for the kill. Looks like they were playing a little bit of pass there, going back and forth really quick between the net, over the net. Some nice dig and a kill attempt by California. Kill attempt by UPJ. I mean, California able to block that point going towards California.
And Ruggiero just says, I don't think so, not here at the Convo Center. As everybody, there's very rarely times in sports you want to see the entire team going backwards at a ball, and that, once again, is not a good thing for UPJ. So point Cal U and a chance to get within one.
Serve up and over, little tap over. No one was really ready for that one. Point goes towards UPJ on that one.
Yeah, I believe that was number 11, Baez. Just a little bit of a shot on one, catching California off guard, and point Mountain Cats.
Set back up by California. Kill attempt by California. Blocked by UPJ's little front line there. Point goes towards UPJ.
That was Alvarado. She's had her issues receiving serves, but that time in the front line, she was able to get it down. The sophomore, 5'9", so showing that she can have a little bit of ups from that position.
Kill attempt by California being able to be saved by UPJ. California able to get some easy hits on that. Block attempt by UPJ unsuccessful. 24 for California going for the dive. Drumberger going for the save there. Unfortunately, it does hit off her hand out of bounds.
And that's going to be another timeout. So Coach Saturno calling his second timeout here in the second set. So total reversal of fortunes here in second set. California, the first set, had upwards of a 10-point lead in the first set. Now UPJ has been keeping California at bay, 15-10. And as we said, UPJ, JJ coming into this game, 7-match losing streak. They were 7-7. Basically before PSAC West play started, lost 7 in a row, and trying to reverse the fortunes. California, on the other hand, trying to get on a run to try and make the PSAC postseason. And once you get in the postseason, JJ, anything can happen.
Yeah, playoffs are an amazing thing, you know. Especially, remember basketball last year, the NCAA tournament, March Madness, where that one team went on a crazy lead. What was that?
St. Peter's was the team out of nowhere, and that happens a lot. You'll see teams get on a run, especially with a automatic bid if you win your conference tournament. So it's all important to get in that conference tournament and then make a long run. And it's March Madness for basketball, and it's I don't know, November. I was going to say November nonsense, but it's not nonsense. We'll trademark something before the end of the game.
We'll figure something out.
But before the end of this game, California has to figure out UPJ. They'd love to get a 2-0 lead here against the Mountain Cats.
Most definitely. They want to try and get out of here as soon as possible. Kill by Alasia Floyd. That was an amazing kill right there. UPJ was not ready for that one.
And that's the second time we've seen Floyd go up and throw it straight down. So 4-point lead now for the Mountain Cats. And you got to like this rotation for California because you have Berkey, Floyd, and Malloy up front. So, and then Droneberger coming in from the back. So a lot of power coming from the Vulcans right now.
California back to serve once again. Ball's up and over, dug out by UPJ. Set and blocked by California. California getting that point there. The block was made by number 9, Alasia Floyd.
And you could say that's the Great Wall of California right there. Berkey and Floyd throwing it right back down, and be great if California can get within 2 right here. Just peck away at that lead.
Serve dug out by UPJ. Little tap over. Does not make it over the net. Point goes back to California. Once again, they are cutting into the deficit. They're in 13-15.
And Alvarado looked right into Malloy's eyes and put it right into the net. That's the second time that we've seen a play like that where California had the block and UPJ puts it right into the net.
Serve up and over again. Dug out and set by UPJ. Kill by UPJ. That looked like it was number 23 for UPJ.
And that was Alvarado, so she makes amends for putting that last point into the net. And you're going to have Baez going back for the Mountain Cats, and she had some success in the first set from behind the service line for UPJ.
Ball up and over, dug out by California. Getting some air on that in a kill attempt, and successful by number 10 again, Caitlin Berkey for California.
I tell you what, Pendergraph reacted. I think that might have been out of play. Pendergraph reacted, goes off her hands, point Vulcans. Now you have Berkey going back for California, and she's been very effective from behind the service line.
Service up and over, dug out by the libero for UPJ. Ball hit, looked like with the palm of her hand to get over that. Alexa Malloy with an insane kill attempt there. UPJ able to save that and get it back over to California. California with a set and kill by Alasia Floyd. Unfortunately, does go out of bounds.
And get a bag of ice for defensive specialist Gabby Dorenzo. She stepped in front of that kill attempt by Malloy. Ball ricocheted almost to the height of the scoreboard here at the Convo Center. And UPJ, give them credit. They stayed in that point and are the beneficiaries of a shot going long and a point for the Mountain Cats.
Dug out by California. Looks like there was some touching at the net there. Point goes towards UPJ.
Yeah, they're going to get Floyd on that, so it's going to be a 3-point lead once again. And we're getting to that point, JJ, 4-point lead, 18-14, where you're running out of points to stay in this set.
Definitely California needs to get on a roll here if they want to have a chance of cutting into this lead. Serve goes into the net. California able to get that back over to them. Luckily, kill attempt by number 12 again for UPJ. UPJ getting that point.
And a good effort by Bawawa going back to try and save that nothing doing, and UPJ closing in on tying this match up at 1 set apiece.
UPJ back to serve once again. Ball goes up and over the net to Bawawa, dug out by Bawawa. Kill attempt by California. UPJ just taking the hit of that ball. Luckily, they were able to get that back over. Another kill attempt by California ends up going out of bounds. Point to UPJ. The score is now. Oh.
Actually, they're going to say it went off of the block. That was kind of hard to see. The official right on it. So point California to stop that run. And Floyd going back now to serve for California.
Serve out of bounds. UPJ going up 5, 15-20.
And we get into that math situation. UPJ needs 5 before California gets
10.
10, yes. Look at this. We've been working on this all week, working on multiplication tables and all sort of things. There's a stoppage right now as the official is looking over to the scorers table. Everything looks to check out. We're back to action. Dorenzo going back to serve for the Mountain Cats.
Up and over, dug out by Bawawa. Another set and kill. Kill going out of bounds once again. Point towards UPJ.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be another situation where it went off the block, but it did not. So UPJ within 4 points of tying this matchup at 1 apiece.
Nice little light tap over on the serve. Kill attempt by California, unable to hit the ground there. Bawawa, nice dig there. California able to get that back over. And kill attempt and blocked by California there.
I'll say that's at least 10 hits right there off that block. That's easy math as Howard just puts it right down off the block. California gets the point, and that will bring in Ruggiero. And going back to serve for California will be Kelly Lynch. Not a lot of math in volleyball. You just got to know over three hits is illegal.
Yeah, that's as far as I can count, maybe. Well, I did get to 10, so who knows?
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
We can get through it. Serve up and over by California, dug out by the libero. Kill attempt by UPJ ends up going out of bounds, point towards California.
UPJ protesting. They're trying to say it was tipped off of the Vulcans, but none of the officials are buying it, and California gets another point.
Back to serve once again. Ball goes up and over, dug out by UPJ. Set up and kill attempt, which is successful by UPJ. UPJ getting within 3 points of winning this set.
Lettner now the 5'11" redshirt junior from Castle Pines, Colorado, getting the point. So we got a lot of people from Colorado, at least 2 people from Colorado here.
Yeah. It's crazy. I don't think I've ever seen that many people here before. Kill attempt by California ends up getting tipped up in the air by UPJ, able just to get that right back over to them. California for a kill attempt again, blocked by UPJ. Another kill attempt, which is successful by number 20 for Droneberger for California.
And Droneberger in the first matchup against these two squads in Johnstown had a big night. So she's been quiet so far in this contest, but see if that's something that's going to spark her to getting some more open space for the Cal Vulcans.
Droneberger back to serve once again. Ball up and over, dugout by UPJ. Looked like it was tapped over, inbounds, point going to UPJ. UPJ now within 2 points of winning, 23, UPJ 18 to California.
And that play was almost in slow motion as Droneberger was trying to go off there. There wasn't a lot of pace to it, just perfect placement. And UPJ has a chance to close out the Vulcans here in set number 2.
UPJ back to serve once again. Ball up and over, dugout by California. Set up and tapped back over to UPJ. Kill attempt by UPJ. Luckily, the libero was able to block that. Ball, kill attempt by number 4, Chelsea Howard, goes out of bounds. Another point towards UPJ.
Yeah,
UPJ
Howard.
on match set point.
Yeah, Howard just a little too much effort, and it looks like we're going to be within a instant of it being 1-1.
Ball goes out of bounds there, inbounds.
No, they were calling that was an ace. The back linesman had it, and 25-18 is your score. So, JJ, we're going to make a switch here, bring Addie back, and we'll see you guaranteed for set number 4 here. You're listening and watching Vulcan Volleyball right here on CTV Sports 1 and the PSAC Network. And welcome back to the Convocation Center here as we bring Addie Mann back in. And Addie, I'm not going to blame you, but you said right before that first set was over, UPJ on a 7-match losing streak. And I tell you what, they did not look like a team that lost 7 matches.
It ain't over till it's over. In the words of Yogi Berra, it ain't over till it's over.
But California coming in into that set, UPJ winning 25-18. But we've seen this a lot. For whatever reason, teams here in the Convo Center will get on runs. And last week, California got that first win that we were here, and then they lost 2 sets and then won 2 straight. So the key, it seems to be, if get off to a hot start. And California in the first 2 sets has been down multiple points. So they will have the serve here to start set number 3. And you are 1-0 in sets right now, so I feel very comfortable with this announcing rotation.
That is valid. Maybe I am the lucky charm here tonight.
But one thing we've seen both teams have a little bit of trouble on the service, especially on this side. We've seen Alvarado having a lot of trouble for UPJ, and we've seen California at times having some trouble. But California will have the first serve, and it looks like Favada will go back for your Vulcans. And Addie, take it away.
Freshman setter Favada still at the line here as the refs give the all clear. Now Favada's serve is up and all good. Now Mountain Cats on the attack here, trying to find that open court. What a put down that was to start off that set strong.
And Alvarado coming off the left side, throwing it down, and that's three straight sets that the Mountain Cats have scored first. And that will send Baez back to serve for the Mountain Cats.
UPJ serve is up and good, and now the Cal U Vulcans are going to go on the attack, trying to find that open court is the Vulcans. Now UPJ on the attack to tip over the net. Now Cal on the attack. Oh, congestion at the net on both sides. It's a miscommunication as the Vulcans dive for it and can't get it.
Honestly, that was kind of a weird play. I don't think anybody actually hit that ball. I think it was the rebound off the net that put it into the open space, but regardless, that's open space on the Vulcan side and point Mountain Cats.
Now Mountain Cats with the ball once again 2-0 in this third set, and an ace for Baez from the Mountain Cats.
And that's 3 straight sets now. The Vulcans have gone down 3 points, and that's going to cause Coach Letourneau to go to an early timeout here. We saw in the second set, he went to a timeout. I believe it was 5-1 or 6-1, so definitely want to try and get rid of any momentum that the Mountain Cats have here in the all-important set number 3.
You got to know he's not liking what he's seeing, especially to call a timeout 3-0 in this third set. Again, great way to kill the Mountain Cats' momentum, but obviously there's just some miscommunication, some mental errors on that Vulcan side.
Well, we talked a little bit about this when we were in commercial break. It just seems like this year more than ever in volleyball, we've seen, tale of two teams in any game. There have been some teams some games that it's been 25-15 one set, and the next set the other team wins 25-15. So it just seems like a lot of parity and a lot of small plays mean a lot. You can't take any play off because you go down one. If you give 1 point up, you might give up 4 or 5 in a row.
Just can't get too comfortable in this game, especially a lot of it has just been random ricochets on both teams that are causing some points. Now Baez still back to line here to serve for the Mountain Cats. 3-0 in this third set. Series tied right now. And another mental error and an ace off the serve for the Mountain Cats once again.
And that's going to go off the hands of newly entered Taylor Pasco, 5'5" freshman from Stockdale, PA. Went to Cal High here locally, goes off her arms, and now it's a 4-0 lead for the Mountain Cats.
Vulcans are trying to stretch into their lineup to try and get something cooking on their side as they have the ball after that good serve. Trying to find that open curtain that's coming down powerful and hits the ref, and a Vulcan point.
And I tell you what, Alvarado for UPJ, she's had a basket full of emotions in this game. She hasn't taken a lot of serves really well. She's had a lot of kills, so she's very active. And I tell you what, give her credit for going after that ball. She stared down the ref's chair as that point goes out. UPJ point.
And Alvarado is currently leading the team in kills with 181 for the season, so that's an impressive stat for herself, as Berkey's serve there was no good. And just for reference, Berkey is the current leader with 149 kills for the Vulcans. Now UPJ 5-1 in this third set. Serve is up and good. Now Cal U going to go on the attack. Good set there. Joenberger trying to find some open space, and the Mountain Cats can recover from it. Now they're trying to go long court with it. Tipped at the net by Floyd and out of there. Oh, it did not get tipped. I thought it would at that net. Great restraint there from the Vulcans to claim that point as Floyd goes back to line.
Yeah, Lippincott kind of had a little bit of a upstroke on her swing. There's going to be California points to see if we can get on a roll here if you're the Vulcans.
Now Cal U has the momentum as UPJ just throws it on over to that side. UPJ coming out hot with that one, and a violation called, waiting on it. It's going to be a net violation and Vulcan point.
So California, a little run here with Floyd going back to serve for the Vulcans. And in the first set, this was a good rotation for California.
Floyd once again. 2 back are the Vulcans. Now UPJ is trying to find that open court. 2 strong there, and another Cal U point. Now 1 back from the Mountain Cats.
And it's not going to go on the score sheet, but Chelsea Howard influenced that as they trying to hit away from her block, and it went sideways and out of play, so California has a chance to tie this back up.
Now UPJ on the attack following a good serve by Floyd, trying to find some open court in the back there, but the Vulcans are there to recover from it. Howard with a tip-over attempt. How that ball is still alive, no one knows. Now they're going to throw it on over to that Cal U side. Cal U is going to go on the attack. Howard ball too strong and no good, a UPJ point.
And a great defensive rally for UPJ. It looked like they were out of that point several times. Stayed in it, got the point, and will serve with a 2-point lead here in set 3.
DiRenzo back to line here to serve, and a good serve there. Cal U with the put down. What a crafty little play that was from your Vulcans.
Ashley Barnes on one puts it into the geographic center of the UPJ defense, and it will be a point. California has a chance to tie it up here in set number 3.
Following that creative effort by Barnes, she's going to go back to line here to serve. 1 point away from tying up this ball game. What a close match this has been so far here tonight. Barnes with the serve into the net. Oh my goodness, I did not think that was going to go on over. Now Cal U has it following the return from the Mountain Cats. Cal U once again trying to find some open court there. The Mountain Cats have it and are going to recover from it. Lippincott with an attempt to go over. A weird ricochet once again by the net. And now Cal U somehow recovers and gets it on over to that Mountain Cats side. They're going to set it back over there. What a block that was from the Vulcans.
And if California goes on to win this set and match, circle that point. Is a lot of effort on both sides, but California saving it, keeps it in play, gets the block, and now we're tied.
That was a pure team effort from the Vulcans. Dronberger with the block there to ultimately clinch the point, but what a play that was from that entire Vulcan squad. And that ball is going to sneak on in there as DiRenzo thought it was going out, but no, it was definitely on in there.
And that was a carbon copy of the set point. Is that it just got down. The official right there flags it down, and California with their first lead here in set number 3.
7-2-6 in the third set. Barnes still back to line to serve here. This will be her 4th consecutive serve for the Vulcans, and another good one. Now UPJ is going to go on the attack. Lippincott blocked by the Vulcans, and now Cal U has it as they get it on over back on the side. Now Howard trying to go with the tip-over attempt and gets it, and that will be another Cal U point.
And Chelsea Howard giving California a 2-point lead. She's shown she can do it with a lot of velocity. That one took a little bit off of it and gets the point for California.
Now you got to see an interesting rotation by Coach Letourneau, having Bawawa and Lynch on several consecutive points. That's a great defensive effort there. And now Lynch is going to dig that one following the UPJ kill effort. Now Cal U once again going on the attack. Great save by the Mountain Cats. Lippincott blocked by the Vulcans. Stays on that Vulcan side. Now Cal U has the momentum. They're going to go long court with it, but DiRenzo with the dig. Mountain Cats now have it. They're going to go try and find some long court, and way too strong. That one will be another Cal U point. And a Vulcans point once again as Barnes stays on that line.
And I tell you what, that's another one that Chelsea Howard affected that play as they were trying to go up and over the block and just run out of real estate when you're trying to go up with that long wingspan of Chelsea Howard. So California on a little bit of a run here to take a 3-point lead.
9-6 as Barnes once again with the serve. And a weird dig that was, to say the least. And they're going to try and put it on over at another too strong ball from the Mountain Cats.
And I believe they're going to call a timeout here. UPJ will, and yes, so substitute head coach for the Mountain Cats, Justin Hopp, will call the timeout. California, after being down 5-0, have rattled off 10 of the last 11 points in this third set.
This has been a ball game, to say the least. As we've said, it's pretty much just been back and forth this entire time. Cal U came out strong, winning that opening set by 25-17. And then we just thought, you know what, it's going to be Cal U's night. They came out hot. They were looking for blood. They're in their home arena. You know what they got. And then UPJ comes out with that second set and just puts up a 25-18 point. You just don't even know what you're looking up at anymore. UPJ now comes out hot, wins that opening point in each set, as they've done all of tonight. But now Cal U, after an impressive serving streak by Ashley Barnes, the freshman setter, is just impeccable right now. 10-6, a 4-point lead, the biggest lead that the Vulcans have had this entire third set.
I tell you what, we've seen when Coach Letourneau used his timeout at 3-0, the fortunes change. So we'll see if that happens with UPJ calling the timeout. But if you're California, you'd like to get a couple more points here, stretch that lead, and make this an easy set.
Barnes once again, and a poor serve there. She's been low with the serves that entire set, and eventually it comes back to kicker.
There's going to be a substitution now for the Mountain Cats. Karen Egan libero defensive specialist from Sugar Land, Texas.
That's a cool place. As Egan gets back with that serve and a good one there. And now CalU tipped by the UPJ Mountain Cats and goes on out, and it'll be a CalU point to bring that ball back over to that left side.
And I tell you what, Ruggiero just put it down off the block, and there was no way that was going to stay in play. So great play by California. And so they negate that 1 point there, and Droneberger will back to serve for the Vulcans.
Droneberger with the serve here, and another good one. UPJ needs to get something cooking if they want to get back in this one. Lynch with the dig, and how that one stays in, and no one knows. UPJ is trying to find some open court there. Now a scrambling effort from the Vulcans. They're going to put it on over back to that Mountain Cat side. Mountain Cats have the momentum. They're going to cook something up. The tip over. Lynch with another amazing save on that one. She's the unsung hero of this rally. Droneberger goes down over. UPJ now has it, trying to find the open court, and a miscommunication as a collision between Droneberger and Lynch lead to that UPJ point.
Yeah, I think Lynch had that dig. Droneberger just kind of dove in front. That's happening so quick. It's amazing that doesn't happen more. So that's a credit to the communication all these teams have. So unfortunately, if you're a Vulcan fan, that's a point for the Mountain Cats.
Pendergraph with the serve for the Mountain Cats there. Great dig from the Vulcans. Vulcans are going to put it on over to that side. UPJ now has the momentum as they set it on over to Alvarado. And off the block from Howard, Alvarado will get that point. And
Alvarado's starting to get into a groove right now when she gets on that front line. As you mentioned, she leads the Mountain Cats in kills in the 2022 season. And right like that, UPJ back within 2 points here in set 3.
Another good serve here from the Mountain Cats, and now Vulcans have it. Howard trying to find some open court in the backfield, and that one's going to be a little too long, and it will be a UPJ point.
And I tell you what, we were right on that line. That's a great call by the official. Maybe 6 inches out, and UPJ comes within 1 point here in set number 3.
It's been a back and forth, as I keep mentioning, as Pengraph goes to the line once again. Vulcans have it, and now trying to find some open court. What a kill that was from Ruggiero for your Vulcans. Get that ball back over there and keep a 2-up lead right now, 12-10, as Lynch goes back to the line here to serve.
Lynch goes back in, and Floyd's going to come in and give Howard a little bit of a rest here on that front line. And she's been very effective.
Lynch with a good short serve there, and it throws the Mountain Cats off their rhythm. But they were able to put it on over with some luck, to say the least, on that side, and claims that point.
And going back to serve for UPJ now will be Mallory Pinsky. She has not been back there that much for the Mountain Cats.
And Pinsky with a good serve here. Now CalU going to cook something up. Tip the hands from the Mountain Cats. And what a great point that was from the Vulcans.
And Berkey just saying, I don't think so. Keeping California ahead by 2. We're at that point of the set where any lead is good. You just want to kind of keep extending, and eventually you're going to get to 25.
Now Ruggiero back at the line here to serve. She's had a heck of a game here tonight, 13-11, as Ruggiero's serve is good. And now UPJ with a strong set, and Alvarado gets blocked by the Vulcans and sends it right back over to her side. And the combo is coming alive here tonight.
And we'll see, sometimes those linger. I mean, it's just like a basketball team. If you're putting shots up and getting them rejected, you're going to be a little gun shy. So we'll see if Alvarado's a little more gun shy to take on that block for California as this set and game continues.
Ruggiero still back to the line here to serve for your Vulcans. And a good serve once again. And now the Mountain Cats are going to go cook something up. Alvarado tries to go a short one there, but CalU is there to save it. Now they're going to go a long ball, but Dorenzo has it there. Now Mountain Cats are going to try and put it in that left side, and too strong, another CalU point.
And I want to see this on replay. We don't have replay tonight, but I'd love to see it. Ruggiero came out of nowhere on that save, saves the kill attempt. California wins the point. And they now lead by 4, 15-11 here in set 3.
As we've seen, no lead is safe as Ruggiero sends that one on over. And now Mountain Cats, some miscommunication, and they're just going to throw it on over. How somebody didn't get punched in the face on that one, who knows? Now Vulcans are going to send it on over to the UPJ side. UPJ has finally got some momentum as Alvarado hits the net and claims that point for the Mountain Cats.
And I think that's a little residual of getting that kill attempt a few points ago put right back in her face. She had a little bit more time at the net, but gets right into the net. And actually, no, they're going to say it went off the block and down, so UPJ with the point.
Now Malloy came into the game during that stoppage of play for the Vulcans. And now Cal U has the momentum as they're going on the attack right here. UPJ with a massive collision on their side of the court, and they're just desperately trying to scramble. Now Cal U has it on over there, and a put down by Floyd, but recovered by the Mountain Cats. Mountain Cats with a tip over attempt over the defensive effort, and a UPJ point.
I believe getting the point will be number 20, Abby Lettner, 5'11" from Castle Pines, Colorado. A lot of height on that front line right now for the Mountain Cat. A lot of height, but a lot of youth, so we'll see if California can exploit that.
15-13, only 2 back are the Mountain Cats, and now they're only 1 back after that. Ace from UPJ.
And Baez bringing the heat from the service line. And that's going to be a timeout. So game of runs right now. UPJ starting off 3-0. California called a timeout. Then they ran off a string of points. UPJ calls a timeout, and we'll see if the script is going to hold itself. And Addie, we talked a little bit, me and JJ, but we'll bring it up with you. If you're a fan of Vulcan Volleyball, make sure to check out. There's 3 more home games next weekend, Friday and Saturday. Clarion at 6 p.m. and then IUP on homecoming Saturday at noon. And then on November 1st, Seton Hill. That's a Tuesday night, 7 o'clock. And for all of your athletic information needs, just go to calvulcans.com or follow Cal Vulcans on all your social media of choice. Maybe it's Instagram, maybe it's Twitter, maybe it's MySpace, I don't know. Maybe it's something that hasn't even been invented.
CUTV TikTok in the near future?
Addie is currently trying to make my
Can't say no
my
on
head
the air.
Yeah, that's true. Actively trying to make my head implode, but hopefully I'll be able to stay strong, and hopefully California can stay strong right here and keep a lead here in set number 3. They are ahead by 1 after a timeout with Baez at the line to serve for the Mountain Cats.
15-14, Baez on the line here following that timeout, and now a serve. A good one there from the Mountain Cats. Cal U going to go on the attack. Tip over by Floyd. Saved by the Mountain Cats. Now Mountain Cats are going to go on the attack here. Great dig from Vulcans, and what a whiff that was, to say the least.
Pesco with a great dig. The freshman just kind of caught Dromberger by surprise in the back line, and just like that, we are tied at 15 here in set number 3.
It's going to be a back-and-forth ping-pong battle. This will be on the scoreboard. And that's another crucial error from the Vulcans.
And Pesco looks like she's going to be subbed out coming into the game for California. Will be Grace Dorkin, 5'4" sophomore from Berlin, PA. So tough stretch right now receiving serves for California.
They're just trying to find a rotation that is going to work and meet the answers to this Mountain Cat. And now Floyd tipped by the Mountain Cat net, and now Floyd once again with the put down. Mountain Cats are going to go on the attack here, trying to go tip over, and it can't save it on that Cal U side, and a UPJ point.
And Alvarado once again getting it to go down. We're seeing why she is leading this UPJ team in hitting. She's had a bit of an up and down game, but she's starting to hit her stride right now in sets 2 and 3 for the Mountain Cats.
2-point lead for the Mountain Cats, making a 3-point lead with some luck on their side as that tips the net and hits that Cal U court.
And it seems like Baez has been serving for the past half hour. She is effective back there.
It's definitely changed the tone of this game. Baez once again with the serve, barely clears the net, and another consecutive ace.
We've talked about it, game of runs. It just like that, Cal U was up by 3 or 4. UPJ on this run, and Cal U's now down 4, needing 6 before California gets 10. So running out of time if you're the Vulcans here in set 3.
Baez with another serve and another good one there. Lynch with the dig. Cal U needs to get some momentum going. And now it's back on that UPJ side. UPJ is trying to cook something up. They go tip over. Vulcans are there to save it. Now Cal U is going to try and get some momentum and get that point back. And now it's saved by the Mountain Cats. Mountain Cats once again tip over attempt. Finds the open court as Lynch tries to dive for it and can't make it in time.
And Abby Lettner coming out of nowhere off that right side with a little bit of a drop shot. And now UPJ within 5. And this does not look like a team that has lost 7 consecutive matches in PSAC West play.
We've definitely seen them come to life here in these past 2 sets. Baez with another lucky hit off the net. A interesting, crafty little fake set. And finally, a Cal U point to add to that board.
And I believe that was Barnes getting it just enough of the ball and not enough of the net to get it over. So big break California needed to stop that momentum. And you have a very capable server going back for California in the person of Kaylin Berkey.
They're definitely sending one of their best back there as Berkey now gets ready to serve, and a good serve from Berkey. Dorenzo with the dig, and now UPJ is going to try and cook something up, trying to find the open court. Berkey lands it all at the line, but that's coming in with so much speed that it cannot be saved and gives it right back to the Mountain Cats.
And I don't know how Berkey got to that ball. Give her credit. It went into the net, but there's no way she should have got to that ball. Great effort. She'll sub out now for Bawawa, but more importantly, if you're a Vulcan fan, California within 4 points of going down 2-1 here at the Convo Center.
UPJ is going to put pressure on that net, and another tip over the net on the serve. And now Floyd! What was that? It was a put down by Malaysia Floyd.
Malaysia Floyd going up and putting the ball straight down. And we'll see if that changes the Vulcans' fortunes here.
And Floyd now with an ace, single-handedly taking those 2 points into her own hands.
And starting to feel it right now. Malaysia Floyd trying to get some of that momentum back for the Vulcans. That ball was hit so hard it's kind of ricocheted back in her way. So down by 3 now.
Floyd once again with the serve, and another good one. Some miscommunication as that came off the hands weirdly, but Wawa lays it on the line with that set. Vulcans are going to throw it on over to that Mountain Cat side. Dorenzo now with the dig, and now UPJ is going to put it on over at blocked by the Vulcans, saves it on that Mountain Cat side. Now Lippincott gets blocked by the Vulcans, but it can't save it in time, and a UPJ point.
And Lippincott putting it right off of the block. UPJ within 3, 22-18 here in set number 3.
Dorenzo now back to the line here to serve for UPJ, only 3 away from claiming this third set. And a good serve from Dorenzo. Vulcans are on the attack. They go try and go tip over, but Mountain Cats are there. Now they have the momentum. They're going to go tip over of their own right, and Caillou left that court wide open.
And Abby Lettner, the junior, just taking over on the right side, and UPJ within 2 points. And looks like California going to make a substitution now. Coming into the game will be number 7, Olivia Subacheska. She will check in for Droneberger. So this is the first action we've seen Subacheska have for California in this matchup.
Dorenzo still with the serve here. Short one. Lynch somehow saves that one. And a violation called on the Vulcans. And a UPJ point to put them 1 away.
And I think they're going to say California slid underneath the net right there. But tell you what, UPJ, give them credit. They were down and they came back big in this third set.
Dorenzo still with the serve here, but Bawawa with the dig, and now Caillou a must-win point, and they claim that one.
That's Subacheska with a lot of power, just putting it off the block and putting it out of play. So California staves off set point here for at least one play, and going back to serve for California. Looks like that would be Rachel Simon.
Simon, this first time we've seen her back at that service line here tonight. A must-win point for the Vulcans as UPJ is 1 away. And that serve is good. UPJ going to go on the attack. Great save there. Some miscommunication as some of the Vulcans run into each other. Now Lynch is going to throw it on over. UPJ has it on their side. Dorenzo with the dig. Lippincott blocked by the Vulcans. Great putback from the Mountain Cats. Now Vulcans have the momentum. They're going to try and find open court, and a too-strong ball there to give UPJ that third set.
And just like that, UPJ wins set number 3, 25-19. So Addie, we'll see you possibly in set number 5. If not, we will see you next time, and we're going to bring JJ back here. California trailing 2-1 here from the Convocation Center. You're watching and listening to Vulcan Volleyball right here on CTV Sports 1 and the PSAC Network. And welcome back to the Convocation Center here. I'm Gary Smith, and I'm joined for my even set play-by-play announcer, JJ Robinson. And JJ, we saw in that third set, once again, a game of runs where UPJ got out to a lead. California made a run. UPJ made some adjustments and ultimately won 25-19 in set 3.
Yeah, UPJ really was able to keep a lead and maintain it for most of the third set, and they were what's that word? I can't think of the word. It's not important then.
Let's play charades. What are you thinking about? We're gonna see if I can read JJ's mind.
They were able to get on the horse and just ride it out through the rest of the game.
Not sure what JJ was trying to say there with the horse analogy, but we'll just trying to keep that momentum going out of the game and out of the set. And speaking of momentum, California needs to get somewhere. It's going to be over.
That was the word, momentum.
And UPJ, JJ will have a chance to serve here in set number 4. And we've seen the first 3 sets, they've taken at least the first 2 points. And in sets 1 and 3, they took the first 3 points. And in fact, last set, going down 3-0, Coach Letourneau called a timeout to try and quell that momentum.
Yeah, as we wait here for UPJ to now get ready to serve, looks like they're going to sub in the libero as we wait for the game to start. California subbing in their libero as well.
And Lynch will send Floyd to the bench on the substitution. So you have Howard, Barnes, Bawawa, Dorkin, Lynch, and Berkey on the court for the Vulcans. So that's the 6 that'll try and get this 4th set off on a good note. As the officials checking something, seems it took a little longer than normal to get this set started.
First serve of set number 4 about to take place by UPJ. Ball is up and over, dug out by Bawawa. Set up and kill attempt by California there. Another kill attempt. Looks like there was some touching at the net by California. The point goes to UPJ.
Yeah, I think the hand went right off the antenna for Barnes, so that'll be 4th straight set here that UPJ scored the first point against the Vulcans. And that's Baez going back, and she's been trouble behind the service line for the Vulcans.
Hit by Bawawa off her hands forward. Nice kill attempt by California. Ball goes flying in the air, and kill attempt once again by UPJ. Nice kill attempt and score by number 4, Chelsea Howard.
And Chelsea Howard put some force behind that. There was no way that the libero, Dorenzo, was going to hold that in play. California ties up, and going back to serve will be Kelly Lynch for the Vulcans.
Ball is up and over for California, serving to UPJ. Kill attempt going out of bounds. Point going to?
Tip at the net. Morris protested, and I think they're going to say that Floyd had the touch, and it's going to be 2-1. The official was right there on the chair, so bad break for the Vulcans.
Serve going back to UPJ. Once again, ball is up and over the net, dug out by California. Hit and just hit back over to UPJ once again. Kill attempt by UPJ. California had a little bit back on their heels there, unable to get that ball back over.
And that was a big swing by Natalie Lippincott. She's been very active here. Again, UPJ has a lot of freshmen getting a lot of minutes here in this game, so they're going to be fun to watch here for the next couple years as Alvarado goes back to serve.
Little tap over, dug out by Bawawa. Kill attempt by California, blocked by UPJ. Another kill attempt, and successful there. That was number 10 for California, Caitlin Berkey.
And Berkey once again just showing why she's one of the team leaders here in kills for the Vulcans. And subbing back in for Cal U will be Elsa Ruggiero. And she's had a very productive afternoon, early evening here at the Convo Center as California trails by 1.
Service up and over by California, dug out by UPJ. Nice little hit over the net, set up and kill attempt. Wow, ball flying in the air there off the kill attempt by California. Ball back over towards California. Set up by the libero, and kill attempt by California ends up flying out of bounds.
Ruggiero just trying to hit it away from the block. Gets too much of an upswing, and that's going to be a point. UPJ, and that'll send back Gabby Dorenzo the libero, and she had a big dig a few points ago for the Mountain Cats.
Serve is up and over, looking like it was going out of bounds, barely towards Cal U.
And that'll send Berkey back to serve. As checking in for the Vulcans will be Allie Dromberger. She will go up front to join Ruggiero and Floyd.
Serve is up and over towards the back of UPJ setup. UPJ with the kill attempt landing inbounds, giving the point to UPJ there.
And that is a big swing by Lettner. Just finding the angle. There's going to be a sub now coming in. Looks like Berkey's going to check out in favor of, well, maybe not. Bawawa looked like she was coming in. Berkey's going to be sent back, and serving for the Mountain Cats will be Karen Egan from Sugar Land, Texas.
Ball up and over, hitting the net as it goes over. Kill attempt by Alasia Floyd there. Set up and kill again by California. Ball flying high in the air right there. UPJ able to get that ball back over, and kill attempt. Killed by number 14.
And that's Ruggiero with a big swing from the outside. Now Howard's going to check back in. So you got a lot of height on that front for California. So see how they can turn this into points.
Alasia Floyd on the serve. UPJ digging that ball out. Set hit by Alasia Floyd. Kill attempt by California there. Point going towards UPJ.
Yeah, I don't know what do they call there. Either a net or a carry. Either way, it's a point and a substitution now for the Mountain Cats. Checking in will be Lexi Pendergraft. She will go to serve. Pendergraft, the 5'7" sophomore from your neck of the woods, Castle Pines, Colorado.
Oh, Castle Pines. I know where that is. Ball's up and over. Set up by California, and kill attempt landing inbounds. Point going towards California. That looked like number 24.
That was Allie Dromberger, and she had a big match the last time these two teams played about a month ago. It's been a little quiet today. We're going to have a sub going back to serve, and coming into the game will be 21 Grace Dorkun, 5'4" sophomore from Berlin, PA. We've seen her have a couple serves here in this game so far.
Ball is up and over. Dug out by UPJ. Kill attempt, but a nice block by California there. That front line just did not want that ball to get through.
Chelsea Howard just swatted it like, I don't know like what, but it was like swatted hard like a fly, and it went straight down. Yeah, like a fly swatter. Went straight down, and California ties it right back up.
Ball up. Little tap over there. Nice block by California. Kill attempt by UPJ. Nice tap over by number 13 there.
That was Barnes with this, just a little bit of a misdirection, off-speed drop shot. California takes their first lead here in set number 4.
Ball is up and over. Hit out of bounds by UPJ, point in towards the Vulcans once again. And
Dorkin serve going right off the arms of Lexi Pendergraft. And California now has a 2-point lead here in set number 4.
Back to serve again, back up and not over, unfortunately. Serve a little short there. Point goes towards UPJ. UPJ back to serve now.
That's the first real mistake we've seen Dorkin have from behind the service line for the Vulcans.
Kill attempt by California, hitting UPJ and giving the point to California.
And that's about the second or third time we've seen California trying to target Karen Egan on the back row. That one just went off of her arms, and that will send Emily Bawawa back to serve for the Vulcans, leading by 2.
Ball hit up and over. Little tap over, unsuccessful by UPJ, point going to Cal U.
And I think we're seeing some pressure right now on UPJ, a team that's lost 7 straight within one set here of getting off the schneid. We've seen California put the pressure on them, and UPJ has not responded here in set 4.
Ball up and hit for the kill attempt off the hands of the libero, point going towards UPJ once again.
And Alvarado shut my mouth up right there. She responded to that point, getting within 2, and that'll send Baez back to serve, and she has been a thorn in the Vulcan side from behind that service line.
Serve is up and over once again, dug out and hit in the air by the libero. Kill attempt by California. UPJ able to save that. But nice block by California, being able to get them another point there to maintain their lead.
And Chelsea Howard once again with the block. We don't have the live stats up, but that's at least her second in this set, and I know she had a couple in previous sets, so she's having a wonderful evening for the Vulcans.
Ball up and over by California's libero. Nice little dive there to get the ball back over towards California. Little hit there to get the ball over. Little gallop it looked like to get that hit there. Ball to be just gave back over to UPJ. Kill attempt by UPJ. The ball ended up going inbounds. UPJ getting the point there.
Lettner going cross court against the Vulcans, rotating over and getting the point. And it's been a back and forth affair right now. It looks like the official, I don't know if they're calling timeout.
California, it looks like.
Yes, that was the world's longest timeout call by the official, but California will call a timeout. Leading 11-9, and JJ will play a little bit of devil's advocate. If you're California and you're in that huddle, what is Coach Letourneau saying to you?
Well, he looks calm, which is always a good thing. You don't want ever a coach yelling. Looks like trying to get some formations. I think they had a couple good runs. They're still in the lead right now, just not wanting to give that up because the past couple of sets they've given up the lead. UPJ has been able to maintain that. Hopefully California is able to take some momentum away from UPJ and give that to themselves to roll this to a fifth set.
And again, we've seen this a few times this year here at the Convocation Center. California going down 2-1 before ultimately coming back. We saw it last week against the Rock of Slippery Rock, and we saw that the previous week versus Mercyhurst here at the Convo Center. So timeout call there by California, trying to stop the momentum. UPJ serving, that'll be Alvarado. Again, a sophomore leader from San Juan, Puerto Rico.
Looks like some substitutions coming in and out for UPJ. He's waiting for the okay. And there's the okay. UPJ getting ready to serve now. Ball is up and over. Dug out by Bawawa. Kill attempt by Alasia Floyd. Blocked by UPJ. Bawawa going for the save there. Unfortunately, bounces right off of her and goes out of bounds.
And I believe that was a kill by number 1, Reagan Morris, as she threw it right down. There was nothing Bawawa could do to keep that ball in play. It's 11-10 now, UPJ trailing by 1.
Serve up and over, dug out by Bawawa once again. Kill attempt by California. Going straight to another kill attempt. Bawawa, nice save there on that one right there. Bawawa hitting the ball back over to UPJ. Another kill attempt. California able to save that one and get that one right back over the net to UPJ. Digging out the ball again and going for a kill attempt. Unfortunately, the ball does landing out of bounds. Right on the Cal U logo right there.
Now that point right there, UPJ never gave California a chance to get any kind of sets. Basically, California just trying to dig and stay in the point. UPJ putting all the pressure. Now we're tied at 11 here in set 4.
UPJ back to serve once again. Ball is up and over. Little hit there by California and given back over to UPJ once again. Kill attempt but blocked by number 9 from the Vulcans, Alasia Floyd.
Alasia Floyd, very formidable in the middle of that defense for California. Gets the block, puts it down. California takes the lead, and that will send Favada back to serve for California. Favada, 5'5" freshman from Peoria, Arizona.
Ball is up and over the net. Dug out by the libero. Nice kill attempt. Bawawa takes the hit there. And California getting the kill there is number 14, Rodrigo.
Rosario there just finding the open court. Not a lot of power on that shot, just kind of looking for some placement, and no one really responded or reacted for UPJ, and California taking a 2-point lead here as we get to the middle part of set number 4.
Ball up and over the net, dug out by the libero, set up and kill. Little tap over, it looks like, by UPJ. Luckily, California able to dig that one out, and looks like UPJ had no idea what was going to happen there. They planned for a Powerful hit, ended up just being tapped over by
Yeah, Ruggiero just kind of put it off the hand, and it kind of tightrope walked across the top of the net, goes out of play. California now leading by 3. Now, this is a dangerous point. We saw this happen in the third set. California got up, and then UPJ made a run. So want to keep the pedal down, and the pedal down will always be good from an ace. Kind of got caught in the middle of the sentence there, JJ. I won't lie. That,
no, I was like, huh.
I was hoping you would save me. You just kind of watched me run right into a tree. So I'll remember that.
I couldn't think of what you were going to say either. Ball is served by California, up and over. Bump up by UPJ, saved by California there. Kill attempt by California. UPJ able to save that there. Strong kill attempt, but the great wall of California able to block that there.
Floyd right there puts it right back, and that's 2 in the last 4 or 5 points that Floyd has put back. California leading by 5, forcing UPJ to call a timeout. And again, California trying to get this to a 5th set and trying to win this game and move to 4 and 5 in the PSAC West, 10 and 8 overall. Pitt-Johnstown, they were 7 and 14 coming into this game, 1 and 7 in the West. They were 7 and 7, 1 and 0 at one point, and they are on a 7-match losing streak. So a lot on the line here for UPJ. You don't want to go 8 in a row. You always want to win because there's a lot of talent on that side for California. You don't want to lose at home to a team that has lost 7 in a row and a team that you beat in 3 sets in their place a month ago. But a game of runs we've seen.
Yeah.
Both teams getting on runs, and California was in this position in set number 3, ultimately to go down in defeat. So
looks like California is out back on the court ready for the rest of this set here. UPJ coming out of their huddle now, probably making some adjustments so that California doesn't continue on the run. California probably talking about how they want to continue this run. California back to serve now.
Assistant coach Victor Moraes right on the line, telling the server which player to attack.
Ball's up and over the net there. Dug out by UPJ, and kill attempt and successful. Looks like it went off the block of California, point towards UPJ.
And that was a nice hit. We've seen it time and time again that if you can get it off that block, it's going to find some open space. So point Mountain Cats.
Ball up and over, dug out by California. Set up and kill attempt. Powerful, and it looks like it went off the hands of number 11, point California.
Yeah, Ruggiero rotating over to the near side, getting that point to go down. And California getting back to a 5-point lead here. California needs 8 before UPJ gets 13. There's that math again, JJ.
Math is not fun. Ball dug out and kill by UPJ there, point going towards UPJ.
And that was Mallory Pinsky, the 6'2" middle hitter freshman from Rock Hills, Illinois. So a lot of different states, a lot of different territories represented on this roster. As there's a service ace for the Mountain Cats. And that'll send number 2 back to serve, Karen Egan.
UPJ back to serve, trying to gain some more momentum after that ace they just did just there. Looks like there was something going on the side of Cal. Some officials talking to some players.
Yeah, I think maybe something fell out of the bow of Kelly Lynch, but everything's squared away. And that serve squared away the middle of the net, point California.
Some substitutions. They're taking out the libero. It looks like Elijah Floyd going back to serve now.
And this has been a good rotation for California so far in this 4 sets of volleyball action tonight.
Ball kill attempt by UPJ. Luckily able to save. Unfortunately, Chelsea Howard was not able to get the ball over the net there.
Yeah, and I think Howard's waiting for the whistle. I think we all were waiting for the whistle. It seemed like there was a couple extra hits there, but nothing happened. It goes into the net, and there's going to be a substitution now for UPJ. Checking out is Lippincott, and going back into the game and back to serve will be Lexi Pendergraph. Pendergraph, a 5'7" sophomore, once again from Castle Pines, Colorado.
Ball up and over towards California. Nice little tap over for the point there. Number 24 for California, Ali Drumberger.
Ali Drumberger, just a little drop shot over the front line. Now Dorkin coming back in. She will place for 0 and go back to serve. California leading 19-15.
California really looking to push a 5th set here with the lead up by 4. California up and over the net there. Dug out by UPJ. And kill attempt by UPJ, blocked by California though. They were able to get that up and over the net. And another kill by California. Ball is tipped and hit out of bounds. Point towards California.
That ball almost made the 3rd or 4th row of the end zone seating here at the Convocation Center. Dorkin now serving with the 5-point lead, so California inching ever so closely to pushing this to a 5th and decisive set here from the Convo Center.
Hit up by UPJ, hit over, and nice kill there by UPJ getting the point there. Pick up the lead again. And
that was Alvarado just going placement over power. She finds the back corner. And there's a substitution now checking into the game for the Mount Cats will be Lourdes Casino, 5'5" setter from San Germain, Puerto Rico.
Back to serve once again is UPJ. Ball is up and over the net there, dug out by the libero. Set, pushed over by California. Little sneaky move right there. Ball's back over to California. And a nice kill attempt by California. UPJ able to dig that back out. Kill attempt by UPJ, set up and kill attempt by California off the hands of UPJ, giving the point to California once again.
And Ali Dromberger just finding herself right here in the last couple points, making the people in that end zone seat stay on high alert as she has been putting it right down. Going back to serve now for the Vulcans will be Bawawa, 5-point lead for California, 4 points from forcing a 5th and deciding set. Again, I think UPJ feeling the pressure. They had a 2-set-to-1 lead here, but being on a 7-game losing streak, that's a lot of pressure to break that streak.
Most definitely. Ball served back over. Tap over, unable to be saved by California, point going towards UPJ.
Alvarado with a point. Another note there, UPJ has not won on the road yet this year, so sometimes you get to that mountaintop, you can see it, but you can't quite get there.
Yeah, I know what that means. A lot of mountains where I'm from, too. Ball served by UPJ up and over. Bawawa able to get that back up in the air. Kill attempt by California there. Nice little hit. Tap over the net by California there after the nice hit by UPJ. UPJ going for the kill. UPJ getting the kill there. Point towards
And that
UPJ.
was Baez just throwing it right down. UPJ not dead yet here in this 4th set, only trailing by 3. And Baez back to serve for the Mountain Cats.
Dug out by Bawawa, set up and little tap over by California. Ball is hit, saved by California. Just one more hit to get that ball back over. Luckily they are able to do that. Kill attempt by UPJ, able to get that point. UPJ cutting into this slim deficit.
And Lettner just finding about 10 feet of space in the back right. California going to call a timeout, leading by 2, 21-19. So California was within 4, but UPJ going 3 straight here after getting a point, trailing by 2. And we got a chance here for either California to put away JJ or UPJ will get their first road win, possibly of the season. So we'll ask you the question, JJ, as you're a former athlete. If you're on the team that's been on a losing streak, what's your mindset right now?
Win at all costs. At that point, with especially with a 7 straight losing streak, you don't want to be going on any more of a losing streak, and they have a reason to win more than anything else, just to break the streak, if anything. And on the side of California, they don't want to be known as a team that lost to a team that lost 7 in a row.
And you took the words out. I was going to ask you that. So, JJ, the freshman getting this announcing thing down.
One way, some way.
And going back to serve now for UPJ once again will be Baez. And Baez has not been targeting one spot or one player. She's been targeting different spots on the court, so we'll see which way she goes. She has a lot of accuracy from that back line.
Ball up and over, dug out by Bawawa. Kill attempt by California. Set up and kill by UPJ. The libero able to save that ball there. UPJ within one of tying the score with California.
And if I'm UPJ, I'm not quite sure why you're targeting Bawawa. She's been very, very capable on that back line, digging out these serves. But regardless, UPJ gets the point and trailed by 1.
Ball up and over. Once again, dug out a hit. One more chance to get that back over. Bawawa does that just fine. Ball kill attempt. Ball goes out of bounds, point towards California. California now within 3 of winning, but UPJ still within 2 of being able to tie the game up there.
And I tell you what, California getting a little bit fortunate. There was a little miscommunication between Bawawa and Dorkin as they high five, saying they're on the same page. And Lynch will serve for the Vulcans.
Up and over, kill attempt by UPJ. Nice kill attempt by California, right off number 8 and into the ground there.
And Berkey did something that's almost physically impossible with physics, is she hit that ball hard on a knuckle. That ball was coming in very, very hard, and it was knuckling. There was absolutely nothing the player for UPJ could do to dig that out. And so another timeout here by UPJ. California within 2 of sending this to a 5th set. Pretty good crowd here from the Convocation Center once again. If you're a fan of CUTV Sports, make sure to watch us tomorrow. We'll be on the air on CUTV Sports 1 and the PSAC Network for women's soccer from the Phillipsburg Soccer Complex. California taking on, I'm not sure. I did the graphic. I can't think. I believe it's Clarion. It may not. It's a PSAC West team. Just join us at 7 o'clock. And then Saturday night from Greensburg, Pennsylvania, the Vulcan football team will travel and take on the Seton Hill Griffins at historic Offutt Field, downtown Greensburg. California's never lost to the Griffins. John Sape is very excited over on camera, too.
The voice of Vulcan Sports, as we call him here.
And now Lynch will serve.
And
A little.
Looked like they weren't ready for her.
A little
to serve
antsy, the referee
there.
saying, I got the whistle, wait for me. So, sheepish grin now.
There she goes. Ready to serve the ball there. Ball is up and over the net. Dug out by UPJ. Kill attempt by UPJ, it looks like.
And they're going to wait. They're going to talk amongst the officials. Officials going to talk to the UPJ side. I believe it's California point is.
California does get the point, getting within set point now.
Victor Morai is over there, the assistant for California, doing his best Hulk Hogan impersonation. Now there's an explanation from the chair umpire to Baez, and California has a set point and a chance to send this to a winner-take-all 5th set.
Ball up and over. Nice block by California. California securing their ticket to a 5th set.
And that'll do it for the second straight Tuesday night. California working a full 5 sets. We'll be back for the exciting finale here of PSAC Volleyball. You're listening and watching Vulcan Volleyball right here on CTV Sports 1 and the PSAC Network. And welcome back. And Addie, wasn't sure we'd see you again tonight, but it's a fifth set, and California fighting back. They were down 2-1, and now we have a race to 15. You like to explain the rules of the fifth set? Even though I said I would do it, but I want to put you on the spot here.
Oh, this is going to be the test of knowledge here from the golfer, to say the least. It's going to be a battle to 15 points, not 25. Not another random number that I could say that wouldn't make any sense in terms of volleyball, but it would be a race to 15 points, win by 2, and then they will switch sides once we get to that 8-point mark to just make sure that there's no unfair advantage on either side of that court.
And we've seen this a couple of times this year. California going to that fifth set. We saw it last week. They ended up getting the win against Slippery Rock, and then the week before against Mercyhurst on a Friday night. So California, the Cardiac Kids here, trailing by 2, and Addie, JJ and I spoke a little bit about the pressure on UPJ. 7 straight losses, have not won on the road. Going into that fourth set, having a chance to close out California, and California putting all the pressure on the UPJ Mountain Cats.
The Mountain Cats definitely have that chip on their shoulder. They're going to come out with something to prove in this fifth and final set, especially as Cal U has rallied back with an impressive fourth set here to force it into what I'm going to call overtime for volleyball, and a good serve there from the Mountain Cats. Cal U going on the attack. Howard tries to put it over there. Strong effort from the Vulcans to start off. Now Mountain Cats have it right back and finding an open court, but Cal U recovers it. And this combo is now coming along following that Vulcan recovery. Vulcans now have it on their side. Lynch with the dig, and then they're going to find some open court. Tipped at the net by the Mountain Cats. A diving save by DiVincenzo, and now Mountain Cats are going to find some open court, and it's going to hit on out of bounds. It'll be a Cal U point.
Yeah, I don't know if they called. I don't know if that went out. It might have hit the antenna. The official on the near side was right on it, but for the first time in the contest, California wins the first set of a set, and with points at a premium, the first one's a big premium.
Lynch now with the serve there for the Vulcans. Mountain Cats are now going on that offensive end, and a tip over, and there was, it went out, I believe. If that went in, that would have been a heck of a point there, but Cal U got a little lucky there and claimed 2-0 in this race to 15.
Yeah, I think the antenna came a little too close to Alvarado, and she kind of had to adjust it and could not find any open court. So California leads 2-0.
Now Lynch with a good serve there. It's back on that Cal U side. Cal U trying to find some open court in the backfield. Now be too strong there and give it right back to UPJ.
Berkey had a free swing. I think she kind of got spooked because the block kind of never went up the entire way. I think she thought she had to get a little higher, but point Mountain Cats, and they get their first point here in the decisive fifth set.
Alvarado back to the line here. Had a very up and down game this entire series. Good serve there. Now Vulcans are on the attack mode and coming down with some heat, but the Mountain Cats aren't phased, and they're going to hit it on over to that Kelly said, and a block by Floyd for the put down for the Vulcans.
And I tell you what, Floyd just put it right down. And California now getting a 2-point lead here in set number 5, and a substitution coming in for the Vulcans. So Dorkin will go out, and Ruggiero will come back in and go to the front line for the Vulcans.
Ashley Barnes been a sharpshooter here tonight for the Vulcans. Back to the line here, 3-1 in the race to 15, the final set here. And a good serve there by Barnes. Mountain Cats are on the attack, the old fake out. And now Barnes there with the dig. Now Lynch is going to help her on out. And they're going to go long court into the corner there. Collision from that Mountain Cat side, but they are unfazed as this ball is still alive. Back on that Vulcan side. Lynch now with the dig once again. And Cal U on the attack there, coming down with some heat. Coming in strong on this fifth and final set. Mountain Cats are going to throw it on over now, but Wawa with the set. And now Cal U once again on the attack, finding that open court with the kill for the Vulcans, 4-1.
And that's going cross court now. California leads by 3.
Berkey, another sharpshooter here for the Vulcans, coming down with the kill there as Barnes goes back to the line to add some more points here to the Vulcans' 3 lead. And a good serve from Barnes, and now UPJ needs to get some momentum going, and Lippincott with that one, and a save by Bawawa. Now Cal U's going to try and come down with an effort, and that's just going to ricochet off the hands of Alvarado and out of bounds, and another Berkey kill to add to the leaderboard.
And that's going to be a timeout as California gets the first 5 of the first 6 points here. And I tell you what, Alvarado had a chance to get the point earlier for UPJ. California rallying, and as we said, Ali, every point is so critical. We saw that in the first 4 sets, but when it's a race to 15, everything is even more magnified.
They're only 10 away, and we've only seen 6 points right now. So that's an impressive feat here from the Vulcans. 5-1, 5th set. Keep saying it's going to be a race to 15. Obviously, they're going to switch sides when we get to that 8-point mark. But right now, Cal U is just putting the hammer down, to say the least.
Well, we've talked about California has the statistical edge in pretty much every category, and especially with kills. UPJ is just, in this game or this match, has done just a phenomenal job of digging out and keeping California off balance. That's basically how they got that 2-1 lead. California, when their backs were to the wall, kind of dug in and put the hammer down. And now they have a chance to extend this lead. Once again, playing a 15. They're going to switch sides at 8. And serving for the Vulcans will be Ashley Barnes, freshman from Crofton, Maryland.
Barnes' serve is up and good, and now Mountain Cats are going to try and get something cooking here, and they do with a tip-over event, and UPJ will come down with that one.
And I believe that was Allie Lettner. She's had a very good afternoon for UPJ.
DiRenzo back to the line here to serve for the Mountain Cats. 3 back from the Vulcans. Good serve there. And now Cal U is going to go on the attack mode, trying to find a long court. Mountain Cats are there to recover it, though. And now they're going to go launch an attack of their own. Good save by Bawawa. And now Cal U going on the attack, coming in strong once again with a lot of heat on that one. Lippincott tries to go long with it. Ricochets off, but Bawawa's there to save it now for the Vulcans. Lynch is going to throw it on over. And now Mountain Cats have the momentum. Lippincott once again. Is that in? I need an official call. And it is. Wow. It sneaks on in that back.
Well, I think they're calling a tip. I think it was out, but a tip, and that was a late call. I didn't think anybody from California got it, but it is what it is. You win some, you lose some, and UPJ gets the point.
5-3 as DiRenzo continues this serving streak. Now Vulcans have it on their side and blocked, but still recovered are the Vulcans. Now Vulcans are going to throw it on over there, and that is going to work out in their favor as it hits the hands of the dual defenders from the Mountain Cats and claims a Cal U point.
And that's going to be a point for California. They'll send Berkey back, and Berkey's one of the more effective servers for the Vulcans.
Has already claimed multiple service aces here this afternoon. And now 6-3, a 3-point lead once again from the Vulcans. Good serve by Berkey. Mountain Cats are kind of in a hole, and they go tip over. Great save by Floyd to recognize that one, and that was alive a lot longer than I thought it was going to be, to say the least.
Yeah, that wasn't a clean point, as it just looked like it was a little bit of an off-speed drop shot and moved in slow motion. So UPJ, after they were being down 5-1 here, they get the next couple points in 6-4. And going back to serve will be Karen Egan.
Egan's serve is good, and now Cal U going on that attack right there. And they go long court. DiRenzo saves it, and now UPJ is going to go on the attack. Lippincott tipped by Floyd and claims that one. One back now from the Vulcans.
And we've seen that so often from the Vulcan front line, just killing it right down on top of the block and pushing it out off the back. So UPJ now, a lot of momentum after that timeout.
Egan's serve is up and good. Now Lynch with the dig out there. Now Cal U's going to go on the attack. They go long court with it. DiRenzo saves it. And now the fake set from the UPJ Mountain Cats. You can see them hyped on their side as they tie up this ball game.
And Baez with the ultimate fake out, looking to set it, puts it over, and we are tied. Timeout California. And there was something crazy there. Like I said, that fake out was great, but let's go back to that serve. Karen Egan coming to a full stop right before the service line, getting it to get over. If either you or I were trying to do that, it would be a torn ACL, but
it wouldn't be pretty, to say the least.
But a great serve, and give UPJ credit. They were down 5-1 here at the start of this 5th set, and we've tied it up at 6, or they've tied it up at 6 in this game.
You know, with this timeout by Coach Letourneau, Mountain Cats know they have Cal U shaking in their boots right now. With the momentum has just switched with Egan at that service line from the Mountain Cats. Great plays on both sides of the court, but Pitt-Johnstown is just coming out and making a statement. They don't want to go 0-8 on the road.
Yeah, and I tell you what, this is an important game. Like I said, California trying to. You don't want to lose. You don't want to lose a game in the standings to a team that is only 1-7, and you want to get that win because playoff positioning is going to be so important if you can get in the playoffs. Aside from Clarion, who's running away with the top of the PSAC West, there's not a lot to separate, and we've seen in all these games going close to either 4 or 5 sets. So if a team can get hot in the playoffs, you can make a run and maybe get in the NCAA tournament. But first things first, got to get in here and get the job done if you're the Vulcans.
Egan still at the back of the line here to serve for the Mountain Cats. 6-6 ball game. Obviously, it's a race to 2:15 in this fifth set. Good serve by Egan. A dig out from Floyd. And a potential put down by Lippincott. And now Vulcans are going to go on the attack. Blocked once again by the Mountain Cats. And oh my goodness, that was a fantastic save by the Vulcans. And now Floyd's going to come down with a put down. And that's too strong and hits the right side of the court. A UPGA point to claim their first lead in this final set.
And where we're sitting, we had a perfect view of that. I don't know how Lippincott got the ball around the antenna and back on California's side. That's just a great individual effort and a string here of great serves for UPJ. And there's another one for Egan. And that'll be the switch. California now trailing 8-6. But, Addie, we've seen this time and time again in this match. Teams get on a little bit of momentum. This might be the best thing for California is to get this break, have a little bit of a collective sigh of relief. Know that you're still in this match. You're only down by 2.
I certainly wouldn't count them out of it. I mean, UPJ has made about a 4-point comeback at its highest margin, so 2 points is really nothing here. If you have Egan make a mistake on this serve, which is definitely possible with the amount of service errors we've seen this tonight, you're 1 now away. And Cal U, especially depending on who they're put at that service line, is more than capable to close it out with 1 serve. As Egan serves this one, and a good one there, lynched with the dig out, and now Vulcans are on the attack. And Floyd hits the defensive net, and it will be a Cal U point as she goes back to the line.
And I tell you what, Pinsky just defensively kept it off of her nose, and it stayed on the defensive side, and that's going to be an unforced error for the Vulcans.
You cannot be making an error like that late in the game if you're the Cal U Vulcans. And now Pitt-Johnstown is just going to claim another silly point off that mental mistake by Elijah Floyd.
And that'll send Lexi Pendergraph to serve for the Vulcans.
9-7, race to 15 as Pendergraph's serve is up and good. And now Cal U is going to go on the attack mode. They're going to try to find an open court and come down with the heat. And a Cal U point to 1 back from the Mountain Cats.
And Elsa Rogero might have dented the court back there as she brought that down at about 60 miles an hour. Point California, that's an emphatic point that can definitely put momentum in your favor as Dorkin's going to go back to serve for the Vulcans.
Rogero has had a heck of a game here tonight, and a good serve once again from the Vulcans. And now Mountain Cats are going to go on the attack mode, try to find some open courts, but the Cal U Vulcans recover, and Howard tries to put something down, and the Mountain Cats are there. Mountain Cats blocked by the Vulcans, and a Cal U point to tie up this ball game 9-9.
And how many times have we called Chelsea Howard for doing just that, just getting the hands up, putting it down, and we are tied 6 points away for both teams from claiming this match here at the Convocation Center.
And a good serve once again by the Vulcans and a potential ace. But they are there. The Mountain Cats are there to recover. And Dorenzo just sends it on over. And now Cal U's going to go on the attack. And Howard with the fake out on herself and gives that point to UPJ.
Well, I think she was expecting the set to be a little higher. It stayed down, and she just couldn't adjust. But give credit to Egan saving that serve because that should have, by all rights, been an ace for the Vulcans. And now UPJ ahead 1, needing 5 to get this final and deciding set.
And Mountain Cats back to serve here, and a good one there. 1 point ahead of the Vulcans. Howard trying to put something down, and Howard comes out with another kill for the Vulcans.
And Howard just splitting the back line of UPJ. And she's such a dangerous hitter for the Vulcans.
Now we're going to have some multiple substitutions come on that Cal U side to keep this momentum wheeling in their favor. 10-10, 15 points to witness as Bawawa steps back to the line.
And Bawawa is more than capable behind that service line for Cal U.
It's been a real staple this season for Vulcan volleyball as that one heads on over to the UPJ side. UPJ now trying to go on the attack mode. Bawawa with the dig out and the set on over there from the Mountain Cats side. Now Mountain Cats have it after that impressive save. They're going to heave it on over to that Cal U side. Cal U trying to cook something up. Berkey tries to go with the kill effort and unsuccessful there. Now UPJ is going to hit it on over. Cal U could cook something up here. They got all the time in the world. And Berkey too strong in the backcourt and hands that point to UPJ.
And a little bit of bad luck for California as Bawawa kept a ball in play that might have been too long, but that's such a quick reaction play. You can't falter for that. Just got to defend if you're California trailing by 1.
You got Biaz back to the line here to serve for the Mountain Cats. 11-10, race to 15. BS's serve is up and good. Wawa uses the whole body to save that one. Now Cal U Berkey's going to throw it on over. Dorenzo has it. Now Mountain Cats have it. They're going to go long court with it, tipped at the net by the Vulcans. And now Vulcans are going to set something up. Berkey tries to go tip over. Great save by the Mountain Cats. Now Mountain Cats are going to go tip over of their own right, and Lynch can't get there in a time. And now a 2-point lead for the Mountain Cats.
And if UPJ goes on to win this, circle that point by Baez, as she was able to pancake that dig, keep the point alive. And this is where it gets tough. If you're, no matter what team's in the lead, 2 points is tough. 1 point you can always go back and forth. 2 points you have to win a point and then win the serve before you tie. So math not on the side of California, but as we've seen out of these timeouts, seems like the teams that does not call the timeout, or that does call the timeout, will get a run of 3 or 4 points. And if you're California, that's what you want right here going into the final stages of the contest.
Especially where UPJ is at that 12-point mark. 15 to win it all, so 3 away from claiming this fifth set. Cal U needs to desperately stop this Mountain Cat offensive and defensive end. Just overall great play on both ends of the spectrum there for the Mountain Cats, and they just need to stop it and get this momentum turning in that Vulcan favor.
And to make sure you keep up with everything Cal Vulcans athletics, volleyball wise, go to calvulcans.com or follow them on Cal Vulcans on your social media of choice. Matt Kiefer and George Hillen doing a great job keeping everybody up to date and informed as to the goings-on in Cal athletics. And right now, California trailing by 2 with Baez serving for the Mountain Cats.
It's been on a little bit of a hot streak here for the Mountain Cats as the officials give her the all clear. And Baez's serve is up and good and dug out by Bawawa. And now Cal U Berkey is going to get blocked by the Mountain Cats. And that's great restraint by Berkey to get him that Cal U point.
And I don't know how you have the restraint to keep that in. That, from where we're seeing, looked like it hit the ground. Give California all kinds of credit. And as we said, that's point 1. You got to get the next point to tie it up.
Kelly Lynch, the defensive specialist, coming in strong here with that serve. And now Mountain Cats are going to go try and find some open court. Lynch laying it all on the line and can't dig that one out. UPJ now 2 away.
And Alvarado, like we said before, she's had an up and down game. Down when receiving serves, up when she's doing kills. And UPJ 2 away from breaking this streak.
Speaking of Alvarado, she's going to go back to the line here to serve. She's had some issues on the service. Be interested to see where this one is. And no issues there, as that one is good and clear. 2 points away are the Mountain Cats. Vulcans trying to cook something up. Great kill effort, but unfortunately the Mountain Cats are there. And Mountain Cats sneak it into the court and claim that point. And they are hyped as they're 1 away.
And Lettner once again growing cross court. And I tell you what, I don't know how she got that ball to find open space, as we're at match point now for the Mountain Cats.
Alvarado still back to serve here for the Mountain Cats. And a good one there. Barawa digs it out. Now Vulcan's a must-win point. Berkey blocked. And then Howard comes down with the save there. Now Vulcan still on that Vulcan side. The fake-out set and a must-win point, and Cal U delivers.
And that was a nice play at the net by Ashley Barnes. And the toughest point to get is the final point. And California going to try and keep UPJ from getting that. And there's going to be a timeout. UPJ, and I believe that's their final timeout, is going back to serve for the Vulcans will be Ashley Barnes.
I would not count Cal U out of it. I know we got a match point on UPJ, but it's only 2 points that are going to differentiate this. You got Ashley Barnes, a very strong hitter from the service line. Back to serve. Definitely well within reach for the Vulcans.
Well, and again, you got to win by 2. If you're California, you can't look too far ahead. You got to get 1 point at a time. You got to make it 14-13, then you got to make it 14-14, and then everything resets from there, because then it's a race to the next 2 points for either team. But California, the most important point is the next point.
Like
and for
golf.
UPJ, the most important point is the next point. Spoken like someone that played 18 holes today in the beautiful
it's 70
weather.
degrees outside. Gary's just jealous.
Yeah, I wish I could have been there, but had to set up for this, and this has been everything that's been hyped up to be, is both teams fighting tooth and nail, and Barnes has a chance to either keep Cal in it or this game will end.
Barnes back to line to serve here for the Vulcans. And a good serve by Barnes starting off this rally strong. Now Mountain Cats are going to go on that offensive end, try to find some open court. And Wawa lays it all on the line. Berkey now trying to find some open court of her own. And saved by the Mountain Cats. Now Mountain Cats get blocked by the Vulcans. And that's exactly what you needed if you're a Cal U fan.
And there's point one that we said of the, you got to get the first one. Now you can concentrate on the second one. Ruggiero with just a big kill.
Ruggiero's been the unsung hero for the Vulcans. Another must-win point as Barnes serves this guy up, and a good one there. Dorenzo digs it out, and now Mountain Cats, they're going to try and do something crafty there, and the Vulcans are there to recover it. Vulcans going on the attack, tipped by the defensive end from the Mountain Cats out. Mountain Cats are going to heave it on over. Now Cal U has the momentum to cook something up. Lynch now with the dig out. Cal U's going to go long court with it, and blocked by the Mountain Cats. It's going to hit their side.
And there we go, Addie. We knew California. They needed to get those first two. Now it's basically a race to two. You got to win by two.
I did not commentate curse that one, so I'm proud of myself.
Addie taking herself off the hook right now, but not off the hook for either of these two teams, as it's going to be extra volleyball here.
And a good serve once again by Barnes. A must-win point for both teams. Floyd with a great defensive effort and throwing that down. Cal U has the lead, 15-14. Now Cal U has turned the tables, match point for them.
And just like that, California going on a 3-0 run, and Alasia Floyd putting it down, and California now has a chance to end this.
In the words of Michael Scott, my, how the turntables. And now Burns with that serve, and UPJ, a must-win point for them, and they claim that one. What we got a volleyball game here tonight.
Well, and I tell you what, the California bench not happy with that call, as they wanted it to be out. Just caught the tape, and we're tied again, and going back to serve will be Gabby Dorenzo.
And this combo is heating here tonight. Dorenzo with the serve, Lynch with the dig out, and now Cal U's going to go on the attack. Hit by multiple players from that side of the Mountain Cats. Vulcans now have it. They're going to go put down of their own, and a save somehow from the Mountain Cats, and they got to heave it on over to that Vulcan side. A must-win point. We got 15-15 tied up in this ball game, and a save by Berkey, and a Cal U match point once again.
And Berkey right off of the block, and that's again Mallory Pinsky just trying to protect her face as that ball was coming in at a high rate of speed, and Berkey will go back to try and serve this improbable comeback here in the third set, down 2 match points.
Berkey's definitely the person you want back on that service line, as she's one to deliver when the moments are big. And a good serve there once again from Barnes. UPJ going to go tip over. Lynch with an impressive save there. Now Vulcans are going to try to find some open court, and they do it off the hands of Lippincott. And look at the emotions on both teams as the Vulcans flood the court.
And I tell you what, that last 5 points was about as exciting as you can expect here in any athletic competition. California down 2 match points. They get 2 points in a row, back and forth, and California will win this final set 17-15. So Addie, this has been fun. Check calvulcans.com for some updated schedules. We'll be back here on CTV Sports 1 and PSAC Network tomorrow for soccer, and then Saturday at Seton Hill for football. So for Addie Man, the rest of our crew here at CTV, you've been watching Vulcan Volleyball right here on the CTV Sports 1 and the PSAC Network.